No, it's not. It's. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you exactly what it is again. No, it's fucking Stream Deck. No, we do. There should be audio now. Stream Deck done an update today, and it does the same thing every damn time you actually update on Stream Deck. Thing. What for Stream Deck? I don't know what it. Fancy. Every single time Stream Deck do an update, it messes with your audio, something ridiculous, and I don't know why it does it. Ah, mate, it's a joke. I mean, but look at the problem Nick and Dee had. They were going live off the cameras, off the mics in the cameras last time they were on. It was stupid. They can only hear me. That's not a bad thing, though, is it? If you can only, I mean, I'm the only one talking at the minute, so.
Well, everyone else in this.
That's just rude, isn't it? Let's see. Can everyone be heard now? I'm sure they can.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I bet you they all.
Yeah, they can hear you now.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, they can hear you now.
Okay, you're gonna have to start doing some songs and like, yeah, I want to hear.
Is it deep?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, right there, got me.
Doing it.
Apparently, it's a little bit quiet.
It's quiet.
Can you hear me now?
Or maybe they're just old, not here.
This is entirely true because the demographic of YouTube viewers is changing. It's no longer for 10-year-old, 13-year-old kids. For us old people too.
I'm gonna get a drink before it's chuck.
Huh?
I'm gonna go get a drink before it's chuck, so you guys just chat amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay.
So
while he's not here, I'm gonna let you know that Neil and I have been working our tails off on listing videos.
Nice.
Yeah. So he and I have a little side hustle, and I go and I've film other houses because you even told me this, Beanie, that other real estate listing videos walkthroughs are terrible.
Yeah.
And Neil was like, you should just go out and do that for other people. I'm like, I don't know. So finally I just decided to do it. I make a 2-minute video. I just go in, it takes me about 10 minutes to film it. I got the editing down to 45 minutes. I make 5 animations for it, with like little titles at the bottom.
This about 2 weeks.
And I charge. I'm going to charge 200, but the company that I'm doing it for, I'm charging them 150, so I can get the kinks out of what I'm doing. I'm only doing it for this one company, but that we've already done. I'm filming the 4th one. We've only been doing this for like less than a week, and I filmed 4. I've already put out 4 of them, and then we have one more coming up this week.
You could technically set up your own company called Small Horn Productions.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it that though.
I was wondering why Mike was had a cheeky grin on his face then for.
I'm not calling it that.
I was squinting because I couldn't see.
I feel so sorry for Eddie when he was growing up to grow up with the last name like that. I'm like, I always said, oh my God, if we have a son, can we please change our last name? I mean, we can't put him through that. We just can't.
Oh God.
I got a friend who his last name is Cheeseman.
You can got a friend.
Oh God.
A kid that I knew back in school was called Richard Head. And
I get an email from a woman named Linda Dick.
Oh my God.
Linda Dick. Once a month. Talking about Americana homes. Linda Dick.
Oh God.
So what did you think of that woman that I posted up about in our Discord?
Yeah, hats off to her. She's making a go at it. 5 years in the making on YouTube.
Because the thing that struck me about it is that it was in a small group on Facebook for like your YouTubers, and literally she got a comment on one of the videos saying, when you think you've got one of those voices where you're gonna get punched in the face if you open up your mouth. I've got that feeling with you, and if your face is full of food, I still think you have an annoying voice, and I'd probably punch you anyway. I oh my god! So I had to check out the channel because I didn't know what her content was.
She's
I
a
looked at it and
cunt.
went, oh my god, I can't stand her fucking voice.
Oh man. And she's been at it for 5 years. Like
yep.
that I was looking at it, I was like, you know, sometimes when you have like you've been at YouTube for 5 years and you have 124 subscribers and
Yep.
hundreds of videos, maybe it's time to
struggle
just
is real.
yeah, maybe either A, give it up, or B, find a new platform because this one isn't working.
Or just find a new approach, because you know some people are so stuck up in their approaches. Like, no, this is my approach. This is how I do it. I'm like, maybe you just gotta change shit up and rebrand yourself.
The thing is like her first couple of videos were like her popular ones, and the photography she did on those was really good. And then like her most recent videos, it was just like, oh, it looks like they've taken the page out of the how to make a thumbnail book.
Yeah.
And did it wrong. And it was like, oh, seriously, you were better off with just taking photos of houses.
The primary color scheme is just like
Yellow and blue is a little bit bright.
ooh, it was like it was just so bad. And I'm thinking 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. Like I know my colors are really loud. Don't get me wrong, but those were even more obnoxious than mine, you know?
Yeah.
Some people, when it comes to like personal branding, some people just haven't got a clue. It's a joke when you when you look at someone and it's like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you putting blue with yellow?
I get that a lot on Discord. I mean a lot.
Well, they climb to you, you know, like, look, I suck at branding. Hey, hybrid, help me, because these are my branding colors, and you're like, they flock to you. If they have like zero talent whatsoever, they're like, hey, hybrid, will you be my friend?
I've sat here and I've said to Kerry, I said, what do you think of this? And she's just walked off, and I was like, well, it's not just me.
And like, how do you tell somebody like that's been working that hard? You know, like
the hardest part is there's a couple of kids like that in the Discord at the moment, and one of them he's like constantly, oh, how do I make this better? How do I make this better? And I've sat there and spoke to Beanie in the mod chat, and I said, the only way he's going to get better is if he can get past his speech impediment, because it's his speech impediment. He's got I think he's got an overbite, which basically makes his speech slurred. And it's like, I haven't got the heart to sit here and say, that's your issue. And then I've tried to make suggestions like,
young?
You know, he's 20.
Let's hope he's not watching, eh?
Yeah,
well, whatever. But you know,
I've
you
basically
can say it in a nice way. You can say,
yeah, I have said that he could be using subtitles. He could be using this, that, and the other. Because we've got another member who does he's disabled. He's in a wheelchair and he's got issues with his speech. I said, the best thing you can do is to use subtitles, because people might want to watch the content. They just can't understand you. So there's two of those people in the next Discord, and I'm just sitting there going, this is your main issue.
Yeah, I guess the main thing is, are they complaining about not growing, or are they just happy and they just, you know, they understand and go, okay, well, I'll take I'll take the time needed.
One of them is complaining he's not growing fast enough.
How would you even approach someone like that?
He's happy doing what he wants to. He just doesn't know what sort of content he wants to do.
Yeah,
it's hard to approach someone like that if they haven't got, you know.
Yeah.
How would you do it, Mike?
I don't know. That's why I've said in the mod chat. I don't know how to approach it.
Because when you think about it, like, who's got the music going?
It's Neil. He's just music again.
He was doing the tough story music. Oh, this is how we approach it, everybody. The softer side.
Like, beating around the bush and trying to just be nice is.
I wouldn't beat around my bush, mate. It fucking stinks.
That's why we need to get Neil.
Fine.
Beat me a bush. No, it's just YouTube, man. What can you say about YouTube? It's crazy. I haven't even thought about uploading a video this week. I've literally been that busy doing stuff. It's like, and I haven't even got time to think of my own channel.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the YouTube, apparently, I'm reading this title. Do you know some breaking YouTube news that I'm not aware of?
I do have a breaking YouTube news.
Is it something that I've mentioned on Facebook?
It's nothing that anybody knows. I'm literally the only person that knows about it.
Ooh.
and I can.
You're not talking about the
You don't know.
quality watch time,
No.
are you?
No, it's worse than that, Charlie.
You're about to delete your channel.
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, someone's about to start a channel.
Nope. YouTube is about to start charging creators $9.99 a month if they want to keep the channel in line with Article 13.
Is that everywhere or just in
I
Europe?
think Carl Galaxy said that this was. He was talking.
That's gotta be bullshit.
No.
He was talking about this in Discord. He said, if they go down this route, I can see people just stopping altogether.
Yeah, it's apparently that's.
I will gladly pay the $9.99 a month. I don't.
Yeah,
I would gladly pay it because, it's nothing. No skin off my nose.
Self-destruct initiated.
Where did
I'm
you?
trying to find the source.
I am the source.
Thanks.
Oh, you made that up?
Yeah.
Oh, he just made
I
that
just
up.
love
Yeah.
the fact that the pair of them are sitting there now googling the hearts out to find out whether YouTube would charge us $9.99 a month.
Some people jump to
about it, right? The worst part about it is that it's exactly what Carl Galaxy was talking about in Discord. That's why I was trying to find it out, because he was just like, the only way that this could be any worse is if YouTube charged it.
I'm just laughing at the chat. Late April Fool's joke. And Chris Congle's boxer said, I trust that source. I don't trust that source at all, no.
That's a bad source.
Bad. I mean, there is so many things I know.
Oh, you make up shit all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, I mean that is like the worst case scenario, because like I explained to your friend on Facebook, who
My
didn't
friend?
know how Neil had a friend. Yeah.
Mate,
Wait, he doesn't have any friends. Those are Facebook friends, which we all know aren't real friends. But go ahead.
No,
But
Well,
it was basically he said, oh yeah, this is the good thing, and I was like, well, actually, and then Neil chimed in, and I was like, no, so I just wrote a paragraph, like all the things that it could be bad. And it basically just got the worst case scenario is that Europe gets booted off of YouTube. We can't do nothing. And the internet goes back to pre-1990.
Doug's just put when the whole stream is clickbait.
Well, that could be a community guidelines strike. So we've got to bring some breaking news. The breaking news is everyone's channel sucks, and you should just like delete YouTube. There you go. That's your breaking news.
Well, the breaking news is that Article 13 has gone through.
Yeah, it has.
That's the breaking news.
Yeah.
And I personally can't see it being long before YouTube and other platforms start charging people.
Yeah,
I think they will. I really do think they will.
They're not. They're just going to block off access. The only way you'll be able to use YouTube is through VPN.
No, you go, because the worst part about doing a VPN is that YouTube has your IP address for everywhere, and so does your ISP. If you start using a VPN for your ISP, then they can just block it anyway.
What's that? So someone was coughing through that.
Now, basically, what happens
Sorry.
is with your
That's
VPN,
right.
you have to register your VPN to you anyway. And if your ISP sees that you're going live on a VPN, they'll just block your IP, which means you wouldn't be able to surf the internet at all, full stop. Because they don't want to get lumbered with any charge that they could be like sued for.
Yeah, but doesn't a VPN block your IP? It's meant to avoid all that.
They'll have to contact an internet provider to be able to connect.
Yeah, but you can still put yourself
what's that
in
got to do with YouTube?
Australia.
No, it's not to do with the YouTube. It's to do with your IP address. So your IP address will be connected, like for mine, it would be through BT. So BT won't want to be sued by Facebook or YouTube for me doing like stuff on their channel. So like Facebook would sue BT because I'm still beating around their rules, which would.
But you don't. Why? How do they know that you're using a VPN to get around things? You could be using a VPN to protect your privacy while live streaming.
Because they know where you go on the internet.
Not if you're using a VPN.
That is a point. I mean, I will say one thing: if you are using a VPN, the chances of you streaming are very slim. Because I did have a VPN because I used to have to use it for a certain game that wasn't allowed in the UK, and man, it slowed my internet down by. I mean,
you phoned up your ISP to say why did my connection slow down?
Oh mate, I spent like 2 hours on the phone to Virgin, giving them hell
I remember the call
Yeah.
on Discord.
And then went, oh no, it's me VPN. It's on.
I think I remember that too.
It was literally using 3/4 of my internet to actually to
Holy
do anything.
crap.
It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
because your signal's going all around the world. I mean, there you go. That's
Because basically, if that used up that much on Neil's connection, I'd be down to a beanie connection, and then
And
there's
what would
no
I
way
be
of
down
me-
to?
there's no way of me uploading that content to YouTube because my connection would be either pretty shit or not even worth doing.
Or I'd be like back on dial-up.
Yep,
It'd probably be worse than that.
28.8K.
it does seem like we've gone backwards with the whole Article 13. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's meant to be, you know, it's just backwards. What they've done is sending the internet back 20, 30 years. It's ridiculous. But someone's
But
earning
on
money
the
off
bright
it.
side, Brexit should eliminate all that worry for you Londoners.
No, because once you've started this, other countries around the world do exactly the same because it passed in this country.
No, because like everyone else will look into how stupid that was, and you know they're like,
Well, America
The-
tried net neutrality.
and that didn't work out for them.
It
But
won't be long
a
before
rule
they
like
introduce this.
because it's got something to do with copyright and not trying to mask people's freedom of speech, which is technically what Article 13 does, then it would literally be, oh yeah, we could do that as well. Don't worry about it because we want more money for the copyright owners.
But okay, who actually voted in it? Was like were they just like a bunch of old guys who didn't know what they were doing? Or
Basically,
old-
yeah.
Union, yeah, but the average age of the European Union was 55.
Yeah, not every country has their own old people European Union. Some people are actually a little bit clued in on what's going on.
No, it's I mean it's all come from Germany. It's all come from a German publisher.
Yeah.
That basically had a friend in the European Union, and he's brought it through, and all the other old guys who, you know,
Yeah.
they're still using Nokia 3310s.
Yep.
You know, and they are. They're still going into the European Union meetings, handing the pages over.
Yeah,
It's-
that's a bit like the oldest. That's why the Australian government and why our internet's so slow. Because 10 years ago, they actually 10 years ago we could have actually had good internet. They're like, oh, we'll do this fiber. Then the opposition, which are like the European Union, they're like, no, it's going to cost too much. You don't need fast internet, and no one needs that speed. And now 10 years later, like we're stuck with super slow internet, and you can't really run a business because the internet's too slow. And we're just like, well. Yeah. And then they just go to hide the fact that they pulled it, like they held us back 10 years. They're going, oh yeah, but we saved 30 billion. I'm like, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but the main issue is they've got a couple of ways that like YouTube can sort this out either legally by I don't know having a giant list of like copyright owners and then paying I don't know let's say 10 million a year to have those amount of like all these copyrights and stuff okay to be on their platform, and that would be a way that they could protect themselves. And then if not, we get banned, and then that loses 39 billion hours of watch time every year, and then Europe disappears, which means there's no Europeans advertising on YouTube anymore. And that's what I think it was something stupid like 5 billion people would be affected by it straight away.
5 billion? How many people are in the world? Isn't it just
everybody in Europe, and then it's like 7.5 billion to 8 billion people around the world, isn't it?
yeah? I think like
I thought they were all in China.
They're all,
China and India have like
they're
5
under worse
billion.
laws than we are. They're not allowed
Yeah.
to be on certain websites
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Well,
So the no
India's
porn
just
for them?
access.
Sorry.
No you porn for the people in India?
Well,
No, but
some
no,
parts-
India's
and
different.
China as well. You got the
No,
China.
I think it's India's like just like being a third world country that's now got access to the internet. So it's not like they weren't allowed to. They just couldn't really get access to it.
Yeah.
China's got more than a Great Wall. It's got a great firewall.
Yeah, it really does.
No, it's like I can never remember whether it's North or South Korea, but it's one of the Koreas that you can't. You can't.
North Korea is the one that you're not allowed to go in. Or out. They've got an electric fence around it.
You can go in
Yeah,
there.
You're not allowed to do
you
anything.
can't
No.
play Pokemon. You can't play Pokemon Go in Korea.
There's no internet there. It's basically state-run television. There's 3 channels. They're told what to watch, when to watch it, how to watch it, what they can do, what they can't do. They don't even know that.
You're
You know.
told what jobs you're going to have.
Yeah, they don't even. I mean, a mate of mine's going there. He's going there.
Why?
Because he's always wanted to go there, and he's like, I'm just dead interested to see what it's all about. And I'm like, mate, because he asked me to go. I was like, are you kidding me?
You'll end up in prison for some reason.
Yeah. Well, did you?
Yeah, I mean, like,
There was an
yeah.
American guy, wasn't it? There was an American guy went, and he'd done something with a poster. He took a poster. He took a
I
photo.
remember that.
He took a photograph
Oh,
of a
God.
poster, and they actually sentenced him to something like life in prison. And the US government had to get involved, and because he took a photograph of it, and it's like you're not allowed to do that.
That's propaganda.
And there's no like, oh, I'm sorry about that, dude. It's like,
Oh yeah.
Do you want a link?
'Cause I've seen like a website of like a little, those like top 20 things. Like these 10 photos are illegal, and they're just like photos of like you said, a photo of a poster or something, or a photo of like a street, and like this photo is illegal. Like what?
there's one
and then
thing.
you read the description. It's like, because he took a photo of a person, then that's like 30 years in jail. It's like, really?
It was
my God,
it was
I'm never
crazy. And he's trying to convince me to go there. I'm like, mate, really?
You'll get life in there. You'll get multiple life sentences.
You may as well
for breathing.
just save on the trip there and back, and I'll just get a one-way ticket.
Yeah.
Because there's certain places that I would not be suitable for. Mainly anywhere outside my front door, but there's there's one of them.
So Vid Summit's gonna be a one-trip expedition then.
It possibly could be. Possibly could be. Also, as well, Vid Summit's now only 2 days.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
2.
I don't know.
I've
but
got
who said? I can't remember who. Like
Nick Niven. Nick
No, it
Niven.
was D.
Yeah.
Decent.
Nick Nimmons, Dave Nimmons, a few of them have.
They've said it. It's only a couple days now.
So
Even Daryl said it.
you're getting charged more for less.
I've got a feeling though that there's something
last
big that's
day-
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's bringing Jesus with him.
Well,
Um,
yeah. Well, not there. No religion.
Yeah.
Okay, so but he did. I mean, if you look at, remember the live stream thing, like that first day was like a party. Then the second day was like a lot of education stuff. The third day was like education stuff, and then they had that last day that was like vendors that came out and they had booths set up, and it was kind of like a bazaar, like one of those kind of things that you go around, it was almost like a flea market type style thing.
But we
So
didn't.
really
we
that
didn't
last
see
day
anything.
really wasn't anything that you'd really want to spend money and time to go do anyway.
But nothing really happened on for the live stream on the Friday for us. Because
Yeah, that was good.
I remember getting. I was.
But I paid for a ticket and I've paid for hotels and I've already paid for, I've already paid for all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
I'm
beat
stuck
I'm gonna beat you there and say I'm coming from England.
I know, but I'm
But
just saying-
isn't it in California?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff to do in California
Well,
besides.
that's what I
Big Sur.
figured. I'm gonna
Oh,
go. I'm gonna go check out the scenes.
Yeah.
There's like the beaches, like what Santa Monica Boulevard or something is down there
Yeah.
somewhere.
I want to get raped and shot.
That could happen. Just walk right out of the airport. Just stand there. Someone will do it.
Another
did you breathe?
another likelihood.
the bullet.
Oh, God.
I had this thought the other week that I was like, oh, it's in California. I want to go to the pier where Lost Boys was filmed, and then got told like, yeah, it's like 6 hours up the road. And I was just devastated. I was like, no, it's in California. It's like, yeah, California's like the size of Europe.
Yeah, it's bigger than Europe.
Is it? Well, there you go. I thought it was just, can we just get an Uber there? So yeah, if you've got a spare couple of grand.
California stretches from the bottom of America all the way to the top of America.
So yeah, I was 2 days. I mean, you say 2 days, but it's technically going to be 3 days, isn't it?
Well, yeah, they always have that beginning day
Yeah.
where like it's like the party,
So
like the
we'll
kickoff.
we'll get there on the Monday, and then the Monday will be registration, get your passes, get all your stuff and all that. Then Monday night's going to be the.
The fuck
What's
is
that? It sounds like
It's Neil
someone
playing
with
another prank.
No, my hands are here.
It's not your vapey thing, is it?
Could be a vape. Could be a vape.
That's weird. What the?
What's the high whistle?
Is it me?
Can you hear it now? Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear the whistle as well.
It almost sounds like a kettle of tea or something.
That was strange.
It's coming from your end because I heard it earlier today.
Ooh.
It's the European nations singing on you.
Yeah, it is. So Monday you're gonna have. It's gonna be get you. In fact, no, will it? Will it? See, they might move it. It might be Tuesday. Might be registration. Everyone gets there Monday. Tuesday is registration, and then I think last year they had the LinkedIn party, or there was some sort of opening party, and then it'll be Wednesday and Thursday. I'm glad we all agree on that.
Whatever's going to happen, I sort of feel sorry for people because like, obviously, like you're going for Vid Summit, like in your head, you wanted to do what you did last year, well, what people were doing last year. They had a bit of time there to hang out, chill, do all the other stuff. And now it's all been like condensed down to a couple of days instead of having a slightly longer time.
Yeah, but that gives you more time to hang out and chill, though, doesn't it? That in my eyes,
go home earlier because it's not on as long.
No, I think people will stay. I mean, I think I think it will be a case of everyone's getting there Monday, so you've got to, people mightn't get there till 10 o'clock Monday night, in the afternoon. It just depends. I'm not going to be landing until Monday, so if there's anything going on Monday day, then I'm kind of screwed because I'm a devil if I don't get sleep. I'm just horrible. I'm worse than I am normally.
Who are you most wanting to see?
Who am I most wanting to see? No one. Not really.
No, I want to see all the people that come.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast will be good.
Probably like the only one worthwhile because he's kind of like mostly he's like most of the starting or mid range creators that are there. He's been on it for like 10 years, 9 of those years, nothing, and then suddenly he realized what worked. That's like everyone else. It's not like these businesses going, oh, you need this strategy, you need this, you need this. It's like, no, he just experimented, fucked around. It's like, oh, this works. Okay, let's go with this one.
I do like the tweet. I like the tweet he put out today or yesterday. It was like, I'm going to Vegas for my 21st birthday to spend an unimaginable amount of money gambling. Cool.
Yeah,
I hate gambling.
If you watch the H3 podcast he did with him, he started off as a Minecrafter.
Yeah.
And then
he's done all sorts.
He did a sponsored video for like $5,000, and he basically joked around and said, if you double it, I'll give it away to a homeless person, and that's how he took off.
Good on him. Anyway, good on him. Yeah. But I don't know. Vid Summit it's going to be a strange one. It's going to be odd if it's. I mean, 3 days. It's.
You're whistling again.
I know. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, and I really can't be arsed sorting it out. So you just have to put up with it. Sorry.
Patty's basically saying it's still there because it was affecting her tinnitus.
I don't think that's how tinnitus works. It just sounds like tinnitus.
Yeah, that's what we've all got tinnitus. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I'm not really too happy with this mixer, to be honest. I might sell it and get another one. It could
be a mixer.
Yeah, I'm not overly joyed with it because it's not doing the things I want it to do.
It's weird.
Hi, Savage Scientist. Nice to see you.
I've been hearing so many people complaining about sound decks. Like, why would you want one?
Those virtual mixers, they always make a
I'd never go down the virtual line because I like knobs. I like messing with knobs. You know what I mean? I like knobs. I like sliders. You know, I like getting my hands on knobs and playing with them and twiddling them and yeah, and I just like knobs. I'm all for knobs and dials.
You know what they say about people who like knobs?
Well, I'm here with you lot, aren't I?
Oh.
So who's the blank box that's turned up on the screen?
Got knobs, I can do that.
Chris Conkle can't get his shit together.
Yeah, I don't know. Chris has been having some major problems lately. So, right, we've got a couple of things written down, and there's a couple of really good ones as well.
Holy crap!
The
Organised.
Art of Conversation.
Talk shit. You're right.
It's the art of
Talk shit, there you go.
conversation. It's the art of conversation, but how people do it in deep.
Oh wow.
Wait, is that the actual topic idea?
Yeah, the
Yeah, because here's the thing. I don't know how many of you get this. I get like
Hi, Eric.
Hello, Eric.
at least at minimum once a week, I get some kind of, hey, Christina, I just was looking at your profile and I just noticed that you'd be really interested in the product I have. I don't know if you got the video I sent you last week. Like they don't even know who I am. There's no context of what I'm saying. They're immediately.
Yeah.
And if anybody is like in any kind of social media marketing, I think that they all need to understand that you got to stop doing this. Like, actually figure out who you're trying to speak to and say something that will make you connect with them before you throw your buy my shit DM, you know? It just irritates the shit out of me. And they nonstop do it. Like, who is this working on? Who is actually going, you know what? I think this actually gives a shit about me. I'm going to go ahead and connect.
See, would that be classed as the art of conversation or how to avoid junk mail?
Yeah, that's just junk
But
mail.
you get it, but it's you get it in everything. Like, you can't avoid it. It's like you have this message that comes on Facebook. You have a message on LinkedIn. You get these messages that come in Instagram. Like, how is
I get 5 to 10 a day.
exactly.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole by saying this, but you look and go, all right, delete.
Well, I want to know where Eric is.
I'm in.
In fact,
I'm at
no,
the mall.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care where you are. I want you to go and get on a boat.
Yeah,
Namely,
get on the boat.
that boat at the back of you there.
Yeah, that
The
one.
big one.
Yeah, go and get on it.
Yeah.
Go and get on
Just
it.
say that you're
Just
Rice
swim.
quarters.
What is it, rice?
Say you're a social media influencer. You'll fit right in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you
That's my boat. That's my house back.
go and get. Please go and get on it. Try.
Say what those
What, this
AirPods
is
have
wide
pretty
open?
good mic.
They
It's
do.
open,
They're
I
not
can go
bad.
down here.
Gary Vee uses.
Go and get on a boat. Please get on a boat. If there's any, I could not
Get
help.
yourself arrested live.
I'd be on
There's
the
the
front of that
lighthouse.
boat telling everyone that I am Seaman Sales.
All right,
I'm just
guys.
wa-
I just wanted to say hi. I gotta get going.
Where are you?
Hi, Eric.
Bye.
Enjoy
Later.
yourself.
Later, Tater.
I'm just wondering. By the end of this stream, do you think Chris might have actually connected?
No,
No.
no, I don't.
It has to do with. He has a problem with something wrong with.
No, he's living in Europe right now.
See, maybe Zoom is the whistle.
How are you guys? Don't see him.
Yeah, there's definitely Zoom problems. So yeah, no, I'm confused on the art of conversation. When I was talking to my little friend before, and I said we need some topics for YouTube, and
Like, people don't know how to talk to people.
Uh,
Like, how hard is it to pick up the damn phone?
yeah, but no
You know, I
one
know-
one does that anymore. No one actually
Not
picks
even
up.
that, people don't even talk to each other face to face much.
or you'll be talking and then suddenly you get a face full of star with a little bit of extra.
Oh,
Hey,
there's nothing wrong with that. That's funny.
You did not complain at the time, young man.
I laughed my ass off at
Yeah,
it.
you did not complain at the time, and I could hear the rustling of tissues. So don't be going there with me.
Not my proudest fap.
Right. On a serious note, how much do you charge for Brandon? Right. Only because I know a few people who have been asked, can they do this for someone? Can they do that for someone? Can they help set up a YouTube channel? Can they help give someone advice on a YouTube channel? Get extra, if you don't personally, I mean, if anyone in here now came to me and said, can you help me with this? I'd be like, yeah, fine. God, he's dying. He's got the Black Death, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Got-
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off. I'll catch you guys later.
Aw,
Get
thanks,
to know,
Charlie.
man.
You feel better.
you still
Oh,
don't
I'm
look
okay.
you still don't look too clever, mate. To be honest, you don't look yourself.
He's got poison
Alright.
ivy problems at the moment.
Really?
Maybe he has to poop.
Too much
Yeah.
truck fumes.
If you have a good BM, my mom always says if you have a good BM,
Okay.
that makes everything
Yes.
better.
There we go.
See
Bye,
you, Charlie.
Go
mate.
poop.
Peace out, Charlie.
I don't need to poop.
That
That's
might,
what they
that might
all
make you
say.
feel better.
All right, see ya.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
you know, so if it's we all help each other, and we do all help each other. We all we go. Why have we got 2 Chris Conkles?
I
I don't know why we have 2 Chris Conkles. Can you?
Don't boot. The
No,
blame
I can't boot one because the real
Well,
if
you
a
need
boot
one Chris for one end and one Chris for the other end.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, I rebooted and yeah, it was just wasn't opening. But then I opened up the client again on my desktop and boom.
There you are.
So
Hey,
Yes.
Christian, here to tell you to get off the second account.
Yeah, Christian
Yeah,
doesn't come in
he'll yell
anymore. He's not
Yes,
friends with us.
yeah,
He's,
maybe
we've
I'll-
we've
maybe I
lost
gotta-
we've lost him. As soon as he got to 15K, that was it.
Oh yeah.
He's just
okay, so yeah, there's 2 meetings going on.
Oh, there's your problem right there.
So you so
yeah.
what
Make
what
it
He's gonna probably end the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
what do you charge?
Getting back to your question.
Yeah, what would you say? Like I said, we all help each other, and we all help each other. If someone was to ask us, I know if I was to need something doing or something, help, I'd either get in touch with Mike or get in touch with Christine, as and I have done in the past, and I will continue to do until I know everything that there is to know, which I never will.
Yeah.
So yeah, we only. But when it's a complete stranger or someone who you don't know and you're not too familiar with, and you say, well, how do we do this and how do we do this, and then they do the whole, can you do it for me? Can you make me this?
Yeah.
Can you make me that?
If it gets to that point, I use because I actually had a very very similar thing happen to me on, and there's a certain user who graces my Discord, Nick's Discord, and other DMs, and he got hold of me and he said, "How do I do this?" And I said, "Well, what you do is you do this, and this. Follow this guide, you'll be fine." And he kept coming back to me, "How do I do this? How do I do this?" Tell you how. Can you do it for me? I will charge you.
Right.
Okay. So I won't do it. And he got to a point where he finished his channel art, and then he said, "Do you get many people ask?" I said, "Yeah, that's I charge them," and they stopped asking me. I actually put them off by. And he goes, "Oh, next time that happens, can you forward them to me because I'll do their channel art for them?" I was like, "You've only literally just learned how to do it yourself. How are you going to do it for me?" And I've had
It's like, how do I do this? I don't know how to do this. Oh, you charge? Okay, bring it to me.
So
I just had a lady that wanted me to do the same thing. She wanted me to set up her whole YouTube channel with all the SEO, the about section, her profile picture, her channel art, and everything. She wanted me to do that for free.
Yeah.
And then she wanted me to do all of the videos that I was doing for her listings. She wants me to upload those every time with perfect SEO titles and tags and custom thumbnail for $50 per video.
See, I think
Michael
That's
Daniels
insane.
has got the best plan. $150 now.
no, I think
Oh, no, I told her it was $500 to set up her channel. That's what I charge for my.
I would go for, if someone's coming to me and said, right, I want to start YouTube, I want a YouTube channel, can you help me? I'll be like, right, okay, well, I can do you a basic banner, I can give you a couple of thumbnail designs, I will open your channel, I'll set your channel up for you, blah blah blah. It's £500.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, then you go spend hours like we've all done, and we've all done it before, and we've all had to learn. But if you want the basic package, I'm not saying your channel will be a success, but if you want me to do it for you, it's £500. It's £500, and I don't think that as a, some people on YouTube that give advice out, they're looking at £500 an hour, and that's not to set anything up. That's just to talk to you to see if your idea is worth doing.
I've even considered going back down the route of doing help content, like the Photoshop stuff I did a while ago.
Hybrid helps.
Hybrid helps.
I'm very tempted to do that again. And if anybody asks me to do stuff, I'll have a payment plan.
I would, if you're gonna do it, this is how I would do it. I would set it up. You can get like a WordPress site or those kinds of websites.
Yep.
And And you make the content, and then every single time that you make a video, you say, if you want to learn more on how to do this, or you want me to help you with it, you can always visit my website, and you tell them the website, and then that way they can click on the package they want. I would you could discuss anything you want to discuss in any of your videos that have to relate to what you're actually going to be doing for them. And then most people will be like, God, that was too much. Screw that. Let me click on this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I would do it.
Fair enough.
I was just thinking of a way you could sort of like sell with a weird spin, going, you could buy subscribers and views and have your channel demonetized and deleted, or you could buy a package and actually have some more success.
Yeah, I mean, you could always like come up with your own little shtick that gets people to like laugh and do their. I mean, like I have a friend. He did his channel. It's called milesbeckler.com. He started a very basic thing, and he's a content creator. He makes like blog posts, everything else. It was just much easier for him to do videos than write blogs. It's all about online marketing. That's all he's ever did. He gave all of his stuff for free, And then milesbeckler.com started turning into like consultation. Would you like to join my group? And he had little things that you could purchase. And you know what? He a lot of information out for free, but his mind and his knowledge is so much. It's like there's no way you can wrap your head around it. So it's like, oh well, yeah, he already knows. He knows his shit because of his videos. So you hire him anyway. He actually interviewed me, but I mean, he's miles ahead of in knowledge that I've ever known as far as online marketing. And he's the first one to tell you there is so much BS out there. And he's like bought $1,000 courses, $1,500 courses. He gives that stuff out for free on his channel. But like I said, he talks so over your head on what he's talking about. You're like, huh? Yeah, let me go ahead and hire him. Like you know that he knows stuff.
I think if you're serious about doing something like this, then if I knowing what I know now, if I'd have known that back 12 months ago, I think I'd have gone to someone and gone, right, okay, how much do you charge? Like, show me the ropes, show me the basics, show me how YouTube works. You know what I mean? Show me what I need to what do I need to do to A, make a video, B, put, because it's all good and well, these people, I want to be a YouTuber, I need a banner, blah blah blah, but they don't even know how to upload a video. They don't know. There's so many things that they don't know. So it's like, I think £500 is a fair price. I mean, I've been looking at doing.
I just read Chris's post. Is that true, man?
Yeah,
10
100%.
grand.
Fuck yeah,
100%.
now.
I would have totally, like, the thing is this girl was pissed off because I did a video for her and she expected me for $150 to create her YouTube channel with SEO and custom thumbnails. She wanted me to do that for the $150. And then she's like, wait a minute, well, you're doing it for Donna and them. And I said, no. All I'm doing is making them a thumbnail and putting already on a channel that they had set up. I've already done that. Like, I'm making them and I'm setting, I'm not doing anything extra. They're paying me $50 to put on YouTube and make a title and a thumbnail and upload it to YouTube. It has a description. That's it. And she's like, well, will you do that for $50 for me? Like, you don't have a channel. Well, can't you make me one? Like, not for $50. It's $500. That it takes me hours. Just, like I can't do it in an hour and call it a day. She's like, well, set it up for me, and then I'll just upload my stuff. And I'm like, and it will never get found. Go ahead, you just upload your stuff and be like every other real estate 5 views video.
Like the one I showed you.
Yes, just like the one.
Or that other guy a few weeks or a few months back now.
Which guy?
The one in multiple fields of I think he was on a certain
a certain professor's.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I will not discuss it any further. I will not discuss that any further. But people don't realize how much time it actually takes. Like, they really have no idea. And so, like, if you're not into it, or you're only on one platform, let's just say Facebook, you're only on Facebook. you have no idea that it takes hours of work to put all this stuff in there.
Yeah.
And they think it's just, you just put the video up and if you like it and they share it and they call it a day. It just doesn't work like that on YouTube. Like you gotta, there's a lot more work to it. And I'm telling them, they want to get out there. You write a blog about your houses, and then you add that video to your blog, and it will get even more SEO traction. Oh, well, who's gonna? Well, can you write me a blog too? I'm like, you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Well, that's $150 on the top of it because a blog takes a lot of damn work too. Like people think it's like nothing.
There's definitely a market. There's definitely a market out there for the small YouTuber to, maybe you're not going to be earning thousands of pounds. Maybe you're not going to be able to earn £500 off a kid or, someone who wants to set up a YouTube channel. But you could certainly make an impact on the people that don't want to be spending, hundreds and thousands of pounds. I mean, if you had a basic, you could have 3 levels. You could have it from a 150 set to a 500 set. Where Mike, you're the ideal person for this. You could have 3 levels of.
I'd actually probably take that idea and put it onto my Fiverr account.
Mate, I wouldn't even bother with Fiverr because I was told, doing the voiceover stuff, I was told by 2 people, get off Fiverr. Because if you are on Fiverr, you look desperate. Because it's.
Especially
I gotta say that company that I did that for, when I gave up the reins to them, when it was their time to take over and do the work, they didn't do it. Channel died.
Really?
And like it's a lot of work. People don't realize it's
yeah.
That channel is like non-existent now.
This is it is a second little job. I mean, like it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games if you don't have to do it. And then when they start, they're like,
That's how much work it goes into doing a YouTube channel. They were like, right, so we've pulled the right person in. I went, I don't know if you pulled the right person in, but somebody who roughly knows what he's doing. I mean, so they went, oh, how would you start? I was like, well, set up a channel. And then from there, fuck it. Don't worry about it. So I'm basically working with them so I can earn a second income later on. That's the whole plan for it.
And to me, it sounds greedy as well. To me, I always think, I used to think, people, they're only trying something, they're only doing something, they're only having a go. Why is everyone charging? But then when you sit down and you start doing this shit at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then you've finished half of it at 11 o'clock at night, and you're like, that's a whole goddamn day wasted of my time that I am getting nothing for. You don't personally know them.
What you find out, isn't it?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, it's just like, cause I've been looking into pricing the voice stuff, and some of it is ridiculous. Like, I was talking to Nick this morning, and he put me onto a site. He said a good reference is Go Off This, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I was looking at it, and it was like, I mean, I've got it written down. It was like three jingles, which 15 words, and an intro and an outro for a podcast. They're charging £355.
Damn, nice.
And
even in the videos that I do, like most real estate videos that people pay money to have done is literally they're taking professional photographs.
Yeah.
And they're moving the photograph, like they do the little Ken Burns thing, and then they add a shitty transition with some words at the bottom. That's not awful. They're awful. That's not a freaking video. They're like, oh yeah, I have a virtual tour for my. I'm like, no, that's not a virtual tour. That's pictures moving around on the screen with crappy music.
That's right. Yeah.
And whoever Ken Burns.
Yeah, and then they charge those people $150. So that lady was like giving me $150 that she spent for a real, like, actual video tour with voiceover. What part of Kiss? Oh, I was so angry. So angry. And I did her a favor. Yeah, and then I did her a favor and put it on Facebook. Like, well, how are you? Like, how am I distributing? I made a video for you. This is up to your work. I'm not your online marketer here. Not for $150.
Do you want me to come and sell the fucking house for you as well?
Oh my! She's one of those. She will try to talk you in, and I like. Oh, and then this is the kicker. So when all this started and I pitched my idea to this just office so I could get my, like, I'm getting my bearings about me. I'm houses and figure out how much time it takes me, how much I charge. So there's not my, this is why it's so cheap. It's a test subject. Well, I said, well, my biggest goal is to save up for a drone because I want one of those DJI Mavic Pro 2. You know, I want the good one so I can get some good shots that, you know, come up from the house and go back down the house and like go into the front door. So, yeah, they look awesome. And she offered to pay for the drone now, and all I'd have to do is like it would be like on a credit. So every time I did a house for her, she would, you know, take off that $150. And I thought about it for half a second, but before I said yes, I'm like, let me think about it. And then after I finished this video, I'm like, I am so glad I did not take that. My stuff comes from, I bought the drone. I'm first. That's me. I'm going to ask for 1,000 things fixed 1,000 times over. She had me edit this video, and I did it, and then she had me change it because I wanted to go up over. Now it looks like garbage, and I'm like,
and she doesn't like my voice.
She doesn't. She
It's
doesn't like
just too
his
bad
voice.
we got to work for other people to make money, eh?
I mean, like the other people we got it for have been so ecstatic. Even the clients have like said, "Oh my God, this is so cool!" You know, like this turned out so nice. I'm so happy with it. The one seller said to them, "You captured my house and the lifestyle of my home perfectly in 2 minutes." That's what she said. I was like, "Wow, what? That's a flattering comment."
And that is, and I'm gonna sound like I'm kissing our own asses. That's a damn good video, that.
It was good.
And it really. Can you drop the link for that in the chat?
Yeah, I can.
That is a really good video. It's just, it was, even just recording it was just like, this is nice. It's just a nice video.
Doug.
Oh, you didn't know he was coming in, did you?
Doug from down under.
Good evening, Douglas. He has.
Does he know his camera?
Yeah, that.
I took a little bit of advice from Nez. Like I was just like, so how? Like, because he's always talking about LinkedIn.
That's where you went wrong.
But it's like the other day, you know, when I get an email from LinkedIn, it's like, you may know these people. So I went on and just went connect. I connect with every single person on this, and then I've started to just mess around with like logo design. And I've just started, I'm gonna start putting them up on there.
There you go.
On LinkedIn.
Because you can upload videos and photos onto there, and as Ned said, you can go live there as well. But it was just like I got bored, so I just designed like this. I put it up there, and nobody's. But then it goes into your profile, your portfolio. So
Can you sell through LinkedIn?
Sorry.
Can you sell through LinkedIn?
Sell
I
yourself?
don't know. I get a DM a day from people selling shit through LinkedIn.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, if you can sell through LinkedIn, get a Fiverr and sell through LinkedIn where people actually have money.
Yeah, so that's the idea is to build up a little bit of a graphic portfolio on there first. But I already did a job for lead the team. I did his banner and everything. And literally wherever I am and he's found me, he's always given me 100% positive because I did.
Nez is in the chat.
I know he is.
I was talking about LinkedIn. I need to set up. I'm just in the middle of doing a profile for the voice shit on LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's not a bad platform if you just want to connect randomly to like businesses all over the world.
For me, I think LinkedIn's more. It's the crypto stuff. It's not. LinkedIn's great, but there's too many crazies on there trying to get you involved. You know, in doing something. Some guy said to me the other week, he was like, you know, will you come on board with us? Will you be an advisor? Can you, we'll send you logins for the website and all this. And I'm like, whoa, dude, you don't even know me.
Yeah, hi. Give me access to your website. You'll fill it with porn.
It was just like, there's too many crazy people on there. And it's like, LinkedIn, I don't mind LinkedIn, but
Is there a reason why British porn has its own category?
Yeah, because it's the accent. It just sounds better.
Yeah.
Gosh. What on earth is Doug doing?
He's zooming.
I guess when you say dirty words in English, it makes it more sexy, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no greater English saying than anal rimming.
Anal.
So
It's
And
the
Doug,
emphasis
look
you
at
put
the
on
shotgun.
rimming.
Doug come in. Doug, we were going all sensible. Then Doug comes in. It goes all west.
And then
We're
Doug's
just trying to
like,
make his face turn red.
Mm. Doug,
Somebody asked a question. They said, who was it? I'm sorry. I almost
Gear
took him out.
vlogs.
Gear Vlog says, which Zoom plan are you using for the paid version?
yeah.
We're not all using it. It's just Neil.
No,
Yeah, Neil's the
I
host.
pay. Yeah, I'm the host. I pay for it. So, I mean, to be fair, it's Zoom is not. It's not that dear. And I don't even know what it
How much
is.
is it a month?
I can't remember. I think it's like
Is it like
$11 or £11.
It used to be $35. I was like, I am not paid $35 to live stream. Get that.
Yeah, it's about. I think it's about £11. It's about £11, £12 a month. It's not. It's, you know, it's worth it for this because we all get together, we all have a chat and things like that. So it's worth it for this. But I just pay the the premium fee. I can't even. I think there's only one. There's only one level of payment on Zoom. I think.
No, there's three.
Is
There's
the
always
three?
three. Yeah, there's always like the individual. Then there's the basic smart plan, and then there's the hyper professional. There's always like the 3-tiered.
And they all look
Marketing.
like this.
I mean, this one's perfect. And it works great. Zoom has never let us down. It's never once actually caused us any
No.
problems.
Never
Speak for
crashed.
yourself.
No, it's never.
Yeah, it
Is
only
only for Chris.
screws up for Chris Conkle Vlogs. I almost dropped the F bomb.
I've just
Hey,
read.
how's the audio tonight?
I
Sorry.
was just
It's
about
not
to.
clipping.
No, I was just about to say. I've just realised that Chris Conkle Vlogs' audio is perfect.
Yeah.
Wanna know
What did
why?
you do?
Why?
Okay, this is the only thing different. I'm not watching the stream on my desktop, but I had the audio off.
Right,
before.
okay,
I was
well-
just reading the chat. Now I'm reading the chat on my phone.
Right
That's what I do.
now, open
No
open
audio issue.
another window up
Sure.
and watch it. Let's
Okay,
let's
let's
test
test it
whether
out.
it is that.
Sure.
Doug only has.
There we go.
Stream
Now I
calls
got
all
the
obsessive.
stream running on.
And Doug's volume's super low.
Yeah, Doug is really low.
Is it?
Up
Yeah.
your
I don't know if it's cool.
up your gain, Doug. No, it's all right now, Chris. It's still fine. So what are your thoughts, Doug, on charging for YouTube advice or setting up a channel or things like that? Because I noticed you put in the chat before. I'll have to make some videos on that. I don't know if that was just a sarcastic Douglas rant or
When you got
bit high if you
Sounding
can.
good.
10 months,
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
it's been
Are you on the Zoom desktop?
oh,
Neil's audio sounds
Yeah,
the
I'm
best
on
by
my
far.
desktop.
That's because Neil spent quite a lot of money on his audio.
Who said that? Yeah, that was-
Paul Peck.
I have yet again sent Paul Peck another invite, but he just doesn't. He doesn't want to hang out with us, Paul, does he? He's too busy sitting on that beautiful beach looking at the sunset. You know.
He's too busy being like impressive with what he found.
1,
I
I was
know.
gonna say, isn't it like at almost 100,000? We're peons to him.
Yeah.
He's gracing us in the chat. You know, he's not gonna come on the show. Kidding.
Do you reckon he sits there with like a Budweiser and popcorn, just going, peasants,
I can see
YouTube
it, but
peasants?
I can think of like Dr. Sten doing that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's at 46,000, I think it is.
He's
He's
been
just-
at it for a
he's
long
just sitting there
time.
going-
He deserves it.
I know, but it's because YouTube were messing up where like his channel, like where it was,
Yeah.
and who was
Yeah.
being shown. As soon as they switched over to the health side of things, shot up.
Christian
Yeah.
just did 16,000, didn't he?
I think
Who?
that's what I think that was Christian's issue as well.
Yeah.
Don't know this Christian guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
never-
Gotta check him out.
It's some small YouTuber. Yeah.
Talks about space a lot.
What was he in before? What was Dr. Sten in before that it wasn't working?
He was
Gaming.
his videos were coming up. They were down as like music videos.
Yeah, it was coming down to like rap and things like that.
Yeah.
And like, how did he find that out? How did he
No
figure
idea.
that out?
I think Dr. Stan mentioned like in one of the chats. Apparently, he mentioned like the diets or something that a rapper eats or something. It was something food related or health related to a rapper. And then suddenly he was being suggested to all these rap names, and everyone was watching his videos. But they're like, wait, this isn't rap, and so he was suggested in rap, but it wouldn't. No one was interested in it, but only because somehow his content related to that niche for one video.
I'm only kidding, Paul. By the way, I'm only messing with you. Have you found your audio levels yet, Doug?
His
He
view
wants to,
counts
how's
have
that?
skyrocketed.
That's it. Doug's
Yeah,
a bit.
it's,
Doug's a bit
it's
higher.
Zoom
This is what I
is-
think that may have been.
Streams.
What was that, Chris?
Paul, he's jumping around. He's in my street, jumping around a lot. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
There is quite. I mean, I'd say all of us, really. I mean,
Jesus. Sorry, look what Paul just said. Dan, look at him.
what's that?
Being all... I'm like, oh, he's at 40,000 nut.
300 subs from 50,000.
He's back, he's just like, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Bask in my glory.
This man is on fire.
we could promote you live on stream, like like some Nick and things that like people like that do, but I really don't think you're going to get one subscriber from the people who are watching this. If you are, get over to Paul Peck's channel. Don't even look at it. Just subscribe because he puts up nice pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm already subscribed.
He's
No,
got
I'm not. Hey, Paul Peck. Boom.
29, Paul.
There you go. There you go. Only 299 left to go.
Yep, you're slowly
Hey,
getting there.
that stream works.
So back to
Hit
Doug.
the like button.
What do you think of charging for YouTube advice? I mean, you must get asked loads.
Michael Daniels said 150.
Really?
Yeah, Michael Daniels said 150.
No idea how much. Haven't asked anybody.
No, how much would you
they
charge?
would-
Yeah, I mean,
How much do I charge? Well, that's the thing.
Well, everybody offers
what's
something.
the going rate? Yeah, is it 100?
I mean, I think the
Like,
likes
my
of
experience. How much would I charge? 100? Would I charge? Would I charge?
probably the likes of Nick and Daryl and Roberto. They're probably charging,
Oh, they're gonna be in the
Brian G.
multiple hundreds per hour.
Yeah, I'd say they were probably around about $500 an
I was
hour.
thinking 300.
300.
You wouldn't be able to afford
How
Daryl.
much is Brian's course now? Like 400 and something dollars?
Like $500.
Yeah.
Tim's
That's only
500
one off, isn't
for
it?
half an hour.
Tip what?
Tim Schroyer is a 500 for an
Yeah,
hour.
for a personal one-on-one with Tim himself, like $500. All
Yeah,
the
but
other
he's got 7 kids.
are like his people, but
Did
with
you
him
do-
personally, no, I haven't. No. But
I was
I'm-
gonna say.
You
like,
did.
Well, you
not
can't
taking his
feed
courses
7
and stuff
kids
like
with.
and it's on his page. If you look, it's on his page.
I was just wondering though. I was wondering how, like, if you did it, like, was it worth the $500? I had
Oh,
to
yeah,
know.
right?
I've thought about it, but now not. That was when I was more green. I was like, no, I wouldn't.
Now you're red and blue.
It would be.
I think
No,
some
fucking yellow, black. Yeah.
some advice is worth paying for, and it's that goes with everything in life, doesn't it? It does. It is some people's advice. It's worth because they're not going to be giving you the same old reconstructed, recycled advice they're giving to everyone. It will probably be personalised towards you and your channel, and yeah, they'll probably do a bit of research into what you're doing. I mean, if I'm paying someone £300 to £500 for an hour or half an hour, I'd expect them to know what I was doing. I'd expect them to say to me like, "Well, before the call, tell me what you're doing," so they can have a look at it. So it's not just going in fresh.
Well, you should really be doing that before you even pay them in the first place.
No, I mean on their behalf. Say you said to me, right, I'll give you some channel advice. It's £300 for an hour. I'd expect you to say, right, well, tell me what your channel is, what you want to do, where you want to go. So then you can go away. You can, so that you can have a little bit of a look at what I'm doing.
Oh,
and,
right,
you know what I mean? So you get I'd feel more comfortable paying someone like that rather than just turning up on them.
Yeah.
Because the first 10 minutes you're just like, "Hi, I'm Neil. What do you do?" "Well, I do cryptocurrency." "What's that?" "Is that Bitcoin?"
Yeah.
"Hey, what?
Well,
Yeah."
when I talk to other real estate agents and they want YouTube advice or whatever, I always, the first question I ask them, like, what kind of content are you making and what is your channel focus? And if they don't have an answer for that, then I say, okay, let's go your videos. you know, focus on, passionate. We go through the focus and passions first, then we start talking about the, you know, the pretty stuff, your channel art. And it doesn't, you'd be surprised in an hour, like how quickly an hour floats by. And then it's like, okay, you're done.
See, now in future, maybe you should say to them, well, you know, for this fee, I can have a look at your channel for you. Rather than just saying, well, should we have a look at your channel? Should we see what what you're doing? And rather than saying that, I'd be like, you know, I do channel consulting as well. If you ever want me to look over your channel, see where you're going wrong, you know, I charge this much per hour, and you know, we can hook up anytime you like.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh, when I was doing them, it was I just did them for a laugh, and it was like half an hour. I'd be able to get through something I don't have. Apart from obviously going into analytics, which I have access to, but picking up on like their graphic design for like channel art, thumbnails, tags, titles, and everything. About half an hour's worth of work.
For as little as I know, for as little as I do know, I still know like mass amounts in comparison to one of the worst markets on YouTube has to be real estate agents. They are so incredibly clueless. And they think that because it works on Facebook, it's going to work on YouTube. One of the worst things they do is titles. Like no one's ever going to be searching that shit. Like you got this crap all wrong. So as little as I do know, I still thought like to real estate agents, I know it.
We've got a kid in the Nimmin Discord who talks about you know, promoting his music, and he's like, "Oh, why aren't my videos growing?" It's like, because it's music. You're not thinking like a musician. You're thinking like a YouTuber. So the idea for him would be to put his stuff out on like places where people are going to listen to, not watch his video, which isn't really a video. It's just music. So even that piece he'd never thought of. It's like there's all these little things that people don't think of that can help people very quickly. So instead of thinking like a YouTuber, for him, it's thinking like a musician.
I'll be right back. I gotta go away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Chris.
Like coming into new studio.
Oh, I should probably. There's a whole bunch of people's video that I stuff to.
He's looking at spending $75,000 on his studio.
Who, Chris Conkles?
Yeah.
The outdoor studio.
The garage.
Yeah,
basically.
the garage. It does look chic. But I mean, Chris has got. I mean, he'll tell you when he comes back. Chris has got a definite. He's got a definite plan. He wants to do YouTube.
Oh yeah. The detail he was going into is like, oh my god.
Yeah, I bet he's probably on the whole Paul Peck level there, and like that Stu Crompton guy that Nick he had on. He's got the whole
guy from Yorkshire.
Like an industry that you wouldn't think would be all that popular on YouTube, but it turns out to be pretty popular.
Yeah. It still amazes me now the amount of channels out there. Like, I mean, I'm not saying anything against Paul Peck, but drywall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but you know, I first used YouTube to find videos on like fixing the van and doing things up on the van and like, you know, things like that. So yeah, maybe the likes of drywall, that's the ideal thing for YouTube. But when you start doing YouTube, you don't think. It's like, wow.
I have a friend who has a channel that talks about nothing but goddamn tools. I had no idea that
tool time.
No, it's VCG construction, and then they have these competitions on Friday nights. Hundreds of men watch in comparison 2 different goddamn drills to see how quickly they can get it screwed in wood. Every Friday they watch screwdrivers screw. It's I mean, I'm like, this is tool porn. Total tool. They love it. They do. Best. I mean, like, and people love it. There's hundreds of people that every Friday night they tune watch.
That's hilarious. Love watching screwing. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, they do.
The lawnmower man, he's been up on like Nick. All he does is fix lawnmowers.
Well, I've been watching a lot of I've been watching a lot of tech channels where they have like they just put the phones down and they just like have a camera down and they go, all right, this is how long it takes to get into the main menu. They've got like videos just dedicated to that.
Yeah.
I tell you who I haven't seen a lot of lately. Who was the train guy?
Ron.
Oh yeah, he's still making videos.
Is he still? Because I haven't seen him. Not that I do spend a great deal of time in the Nim and Discord, but he used to pop up all the time. But he just seems to have
Are you
stayed.
subscribed to him?
Yeah, but don't
No.
forget, Nimmins haven't gone live for like 5 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Nimmons haven't been on live for like a month.
I've got my Saturdays back. I'm so excited.
I don't even know
I've been
when they
actually
go.
able to sleep.
I don't even know when they're going to go live again because D's away for a month.
Nick may be going live this weekend, but it'll just
To be fair though, I don't think he will because it's Saturday for him, which means it's going to be like Sunday for most people. Most people aren't going to be staying awake that long when they've got like prior commitment.
He's also back in the States in 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, I got a message from him going, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to send out a load of stuff to like different people, and I didn't because I didn't have enough time." Because he's looking at sending out, I think in like the mods, he's doing like T-shirts for everybody, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think the English guys kind of missed out on stuff because someone happened to mention to Nick that they're going to Vidsummers and it'd be cheaper for them just to give me the stuff in Vidsummer.
Ah, so it's your fault, right? Okay.
and I guess Nick wasn't sure if me and Doug were actually going to be going to Vidsummer or not.
Because I remember having a conversation with a couple of, it was about 2 weeks ago, and he messaged me on the Monday. He was like, "Are you on?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What size shirt are you?" I was like, 2XL. And he was like, "A what?" I was like, "A 2XL." He was like, "You're not that big." I was like, "Oh, I am." And he was like, a 2XL. I was like, "Yeah."
I just like how you go, "Oh, I am."
Because
I
his
am.
arms are as big around as his thighs. Like his arms are.
Dude, look at these guns. Look at these guns.
He's shaped like a meatball.
He's shaped like a meatball.
So we had this conversation, and he was like, "They only do them in 1XL." I was like, "Mate, don't worry about it. Like, really?" And he was like, "No, I'll get you one made." I was like, "No, don't be seriously getting me a 2XL T-shirt, mate. Like, I'm not worried." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna get you one made, and I'll post it out." I was like, "Well, tell you what, just wait, because I'll be seeing you at Vidsummer." So he was like, "Right," and he was showing me this bag. "I've got all this stuff for you." I was like, "Right, okay, just I'll see you in LA."
Packaging's pretty good too.
My daughter says that
What's
Neil walks
that?
like a penguin.
Was that is that the phone thing? Yeah.
Yeah. When did you get yours, Doug?
I got
What did you get?
Actually, I got mine last week. But the one I got last week, person, it was weird. Like I was home, but apparently I wasn't home because they left me one of those. I don't know if they got the Australian Post missing slips in where Doug is, but yeah, it
I think they have like you've
almost looks like
missed
it's
your postcard all over the world, mate. You know.
yeah.
I think it's not just in your area.
Well,
What
you
is
know,
that?
because
Is that an international calling card?
Yeah, and they probably couldn't understand his spelling because it's like it looked like it was like Doug or some name, and I'm like, who's this package for? I'm like, it's probably either the wrong address or something. So a week later, I got another one, and it just said question mark. Like, who's sending me? I completely forgot that Nick sent me package, and I'm like, this from? I'm like, and yeah, I'm like, got my shirt, and I've got my what shirt did you get, Doug?
Can I just interrupt here? Paul Plax was put
cool.
in the chat that he's 6'2" and 190 pounds. Paul,
and
He's a
he's got
skinny little
boxing
guy.
gloves.
Paul, I am 5'7" and I'm 260 pounds.
Told you he's a meatball.
Yeah, you don't want me running at you.
I'm
I love
5'10",
that.
Worst part is
185.
I don't go to the gym, and I'm probably about the same weight as you.
No, I don't. I'm 19 stone.
I'm
Neil's an angry
17 and a
boy.
half stone.
Yeah, I'm 19. I don't even eat
Stone
that
isn't
much.
a measurement in the United States. I don't think it is in Canada. So people understand what a stone
It's
is.
£260.
I know what a stone is.
Yeah, you know what a stoner is.
Oh,
Just
stone.
be
I know it.
proper and give-
Yeah.
Just be proper and give us kilograms.
Kilos. Oh, jeez.
I'm
Kilos.
19 stone in
238
kilos.
You weigh as much as my
100,
husband.
120
Hybrid.
kilos.
No, he might be a little less
yeah,
than that
I'm
now.
120 kilos.
Yeah,
I think Eddie's
Wait,
actually 30.
What's your height again?
5'7".
So you're my height. Lucky. You're like.
Rocky.
Crikey, mate.
Jeez.
You're not fucking running at me at high speed. Yeah, you put it one way, Beanie.
Crikey.
You don't want me laying on top of you.
Crikey.
If there ever comes a point of vid summit where you're lying down and you ask me to lay on top of you, I'm not doing it.
Someone needs. Or do you need? Action. That was hilarious.
Right. Next port of call, which is funny enough because it leads onto Paul Peck's thing he said before. Audio in videos is still dreadful on people's channels.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
How bad's mine?
Like the woman I sent on the Discord.
Oh.
So bad. People that know better too, though. There's people that know way better.
Paul Peck just put Neil is 3 of Beanie. So
Actually, we've gone offline.
have we? No,
Yeah,
We
not
haven't.
not
I
mine.
guess-
Offline on.
And I haven't touched any settings whatsoever in this on this mic, and it just works every time. It's
Well,
not going to be as crisp or as high quality as like Christina's on those because it's only a 50 quid mic, but it does the job and doesn't sound too bad.
I think it sounds alright.
The
I
live
mean,
streaming, like if I'm talking about shooting camera.
Well, how
Yeah.
hard is it to put a freaking
some money.
lavalier mic to your freaking cell phone? That's what I did when I
Or
first
that something, right? But
Yeah, I got
like,
I think it was a $50 lavalier mic. I don't even think it was $50. I think it was 30.
Samsonite. I got one of those. That was my old mic. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I put it right to my phone, and that's how I recorded audio.
I
Yeah,
use
see?
this mic for
What's
my
that one,
videos
Doug?
as well.
That's
That-
it.
I record using the
Is
webcam.
that the M1?
Well, yeah.
Are you using that right?
M1.
Have you used that for a video? Because I didn't like it.
I like that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have
a
to
lot
do
longer.
it.
has anyone used the Rode MV88? Have you seen it? Basically,
Mini.
is it Rode? No, it's not Rode. It's
Shure.
it's Shure. It's by Shure. It's for the
Big audio grade again.
what was that?
Paul Peck.
What-
No,
Meg-
yeah, Paul Peck.
Meg-
Big audio grade
yeah,
again.
it annoys me, and it really does because you don't
Uh,
you don't
I
have
don't even
to.
care how good the video is. The information could be spot on, but if I can't understand them or if I'm struggling
Yeah.
to hear them, I'm like, screw this. I'm turning it off.
Yeah, it can be
When
the
you're first
Uh,
shooting with a DSLR and you're using the internal microphone. You got like autofocus on, right?
you're breaking up,
Or
Chris.
the-
No, he's not. No, he's not. Don't listen to him.
Anyway, so like when you're shooting with a DSLR for the first time, don't use.
oh yeah.
Like it's just like when I look back at my first videos, that's what I was doing, right? I had the camera, but I didn't have a microphone. Holy cow! Awful sound.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
take-
I
am like-
sorry, I was interrupting there for a second.
What?
I know because you're talking about the noise of the actual camera. The
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has experienced it, but the Logitech C920, you'd hear the and every now and then I would not have it on autofocus. It'd be always on manual focus, and you still hear as the camera's trying to autofocus.
How did it go again? All right. Okay.
So as we're talking about audio, our live stream apparently fading in and out as we talk. They'll miss whole sentences. as we're
Really?
discussing. Yeah. And they said audio is going in and out for us here. Is it happening to others? Yep, it's been whole sentences Yes, all night. It's fading in and out. So as we're sitting there bitching about other people's audio, our audio sounds. Figures.
We're moaning about audio and our audio is awful because I've just listened to it back now and it's like every other word.
Holy shit.
Or was it just since I came on?
Might have to do with what always happens to me.
Right, you can hear me now. Yeah, it's definitely through my. I think it's this mixer. I actually think I've bought a faulty mixer, and I don't know why, but there's just some settings on it that don't seem to work.
Doug, do you use them? I'm hearing so many people like that use mixers. I'm always having issues.
Yeah, your audio's going out, Beanie, on the actual live stream.
But he sounds perfect in here in Zoom.
Yeah, and
So
so
it's-
and
it's the
Days was
output.
saying the same.
Yeah, it's the output.
Neil sounds good.
Oh,
Conspiracy.
What have you? What have you done this time,
Got
Neil?
the input cranked.
it's fucking idiot chops here.
What'd you do?
Do you know what I've done?
There's no telling.
Is this like the VPN?
What'd you do?
I had a noise gate on slobs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a noise gate on slobs. So when you guys are talking, if your audio is not loud enough for slobs to pick the audio up properly, that's you. It's doing that. It's noise. It's gating. So, hi, I am available for voiceover work. But on a good note, right? A couple of people have said in the live stream on several occasions that my audio is fine. So it just proves that you should hire me for voiceover if you need voiceover work, because these lot of fucking shite. They don't know what they're doing. They're cutting out the audio's all over the place. They can't speak in a proper sentence.
It's a conspiracy, though, because you made it sound us all sound like shit, and you sounded amazing, so you made us all look bad.
Yeah, that was that. It was only when I looked. And you look at something and you go, I wonder if there's a noise gate, because I remember putting the noise gate on for the crypto channel. I was like, I wonder if it. And then I clicked on it, and I opened. Is there any filters? And yeah, there was. There was a noise gate. So it shouldn't be happening at all now.
Nice.
I can't believe I've done that.
Mike just missed a hilarious part then.
Yeah.
Did you have to poop?
No, Logan's been waking up, so
Oh, I didn't know if you had to go poop here.
no. So what I'm gonna come off, because if the light's keeping him up, then he won't sleep for the rest of the night. So
Freaking kids ruin your damn life, man.
God damn it.
damn it.
I know that's and like people wonder why I say hate kids all the time.
Right, so what I'll do is I'll catch up with all you guys in Discord. I'll probably watch the rest of the stream later. So I'll bid you adieu. Peace out.
Catch you later.
Bye, Mr. Steele.
Goodbye, Michael.
Michael rowed the boat ashore. Hallelujah.
Oh, I can't believe that. I'm
There's
so
a singing for you, Bean.
I'm so
like my
annoyed it was
singing?
an annoyed gate. Right, what was the next on the agenda list? Because we are all sidetracking here with this noise gate.
Did you get the thing that I sent you?
I don't know.
I sent it through Google Drive.
Did
you get it?
Was it the comment thing?
Yes.
Okay, I shall have a look now.
Okay.
We were talking about audio, weren't we? What mic do you use on your DSLR, Chris?
Me, I
The
use a
Video Mic Pro, the Rode.
yeah.
The Rode, yeah.
Is that the same one as you've got, Christina?
Yeah, same one. Same one. That works great. I think Rode has like awesome mics though. I mean, like I'll go with another brand and then I end up with a Rode again. You know, I'll go, oh, well, I'm gonna get this one because it's comparable to the Rode, and then I'm like, this fucking sucks, and then I end up going with the Rode.
Because I've just bought the other day. I bought the Deity, the S Mic 2, which is it's a boom mic, but there's so many people used it for like podcasting and things like that, and it's meant to be. There's a Sennheiser. It's the MK14, which is $1,000. But the actual Deity one is it works around about £280, so it's a bit of a difference in price. And this thing is bulletproof. It's like there's a review of some guy, and he takes it in the shower with him. He has it outside with him. He puts it in the dryer.
Sounds like he's in love with it.
Just to prove that you can put it through hell and it still works. What's Douglas got there?
Oh no.
That's my Rode.
Ah, yeah, that's my Rode too.
Which one is that? The lavalier mic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a smart lav.
I'm trying to decide if it sounds any better than the onboard mic on the phones.
See, now
I wish they would come out with a real reliable microphone for the GoPro. There is no real setup.
Oh, my GoPro audio is dreadful.
Oh, it's so
I know,
bad. It
but
sounds
there's
like it's in a
no-
tin box.
But it is though,
You
isn't
have
it?
no choice. You got to use the. You
They
gotta
don't
use
have a
the-
little audio jack in it in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
here's-
can get setups for it, but they're not. They don't. It's not great. None
Here's
of
the
them-
thing with GoPros. GoPro is a great B-roll type shot. You don't use the audio from a GoPro. Like even underwater, it's god awful. It's like as soon as you hear that noise, you're like, ugh. I'd rather get the fake underwater noises and add that than actually use what comes out of the GoPro.
Yeah.
So-
GoPros are B-roll only type.
Christian,
shots.
that's still the same file. It's still a M4V file.
I don't know why you can't play it because I use it on my stuff all the time.
Yeah, I can't load an M4V file into slobs.
Why? I do it every single one of my videos is that.
Don't know.
Plug.
I don't know what to tell you. That's exactly what I use on everything I use. I just loaded the
That's
one
it.
that I made it before.
That's the Sony. That I was gonna say.
That's the one this is one they used at Vid Summit.
Yeah, I'm wondering it because can you plug a Rode into that like a normal mic?
Yeah.
Because this one here is different.
As long as it's got like a little 3.5 audio jack, you can plug that. It can plug it in.
This one doesn't have. You have to use a USB, right? Mic. You have to rig it somehow. That's all they got. For input.
Right. Yeah. How old's that one though?
This is the 5. This is the
Okay,
5.
I think it's probably from the 6 onwards they started including the audio jack.
Oh, really? Maybe the 7. I don't know if the 6 did because there was no difference between the 6. and the
Creator
5.
Chaos
6 was-
Live. It's now time for
Seven.
comments.
The 6 was out when the 5 came out, but I went with the 5 because it was cheaper and you weren't going to get any more than 30 frames in 4K with the other one either because the download speed was 128 meg is what you need. You know what I mean?
They got the cube ones too. That like it's like a 5.5 or something.
Those ones or something. Yeah, right. Like the little where you Wi-Fi it, right? Like it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting one of those.
Yeah, those are sweet too.
And these don't have a pre-screen either.
But that camera there, I think. Yeah, sorry.
The GoPros do make a pretty shot though. I mean, the quality is really good. They're crisp. I just hate that damn fisheye. There's some people that like are in love with that fucking fisheye, and every time I see one of the videos, I'm like, no one's watching this shit. It's annoying as hell. You could get away with that shit about 5 years ago. You can't get away with that. Like there's real estate agents that use it for in-house tours. So you're looking at a wall and it's all like curved around. I'm like, this is not a home tour. This is terrible.
Yeah.
But aren't they using that in home tours specifically to make it look like there's more room than there actually is?
No, that's because they don't know how to use a fucking camera. They're like, oh, I heard this GoPro's good, and they're going to run through the house. They have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, they heard that GoPro is good because other realtors who know what they're doing know that it makes the rooms look bigger. So they go, oh, we'll make the room, because one of the houses that I applied for, this was like years ago, but I'm like, oh, this from the photos, I'm like, oh, this looks spacious. Walk in, it's like a shoebox.
Right. I mean, there's a time and a place for it, but it's mostly because they don't know what they're doing. I'm like that. And then they'll say, oh, well, I got a new one. So it doesn't look so bad. So the first shot you see them, the door frame is bent like this. And they're like standing there talking. You're like, that's still just as bad. You have no idea what you're doing. This looks awful.
And around here, for some reason, all the like probably half the real estate agents, they don't show the rooms. They show the outside of the buildings, and they show the shops and the areas around the apartment. Like, no, I want to see what's inside the apartment. I don't give a crap what's outside. I can use Google Maps for that.
They want you to call. So that's what they do. They're like, okay, they want you to fall in love with the area. So that way you'll call, and then they can meet you face to face. It's like a tease. But I don't think that really works either. That's why I highlight specific rooms. Like everybody loves a kitchen and the master bedroom and the master bathroom. So whenever I do those videos, I spend a lot of time in those areas because that's what's important to people. But if they really want to see like the whole picture, I mean, they're like, oh, I want to go look at it because I really like that kitchen. I really like that master bedroom and bathroom. So, I mean, I don't know. To each his own, but I know what works for me.
Yeah.
Right. While we're talking about gear,
I've never seen anything like it. When I was looking for a house, what you do, Christine, is amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Like, none of the realtors around here do anything like what you do. Not even close.
I've never seen anyone doing the stuff you do.
Me?
Like in the UK, there's I don't know anybody. And if you want to buy a house over here, you go down to the you look in the paper, you'll see what houses are for sale. You'll go down to the local like real estate agent, and there'll just be pictures. And then if you want to buy the house, it's like you look at a book, and it'll have a couple of crappy pictures in, and then you'll arrange a viewing.
It used to be that way here, but ever since internet, like realtor.com, Zillow.com, the books, nobody looks at, there hasn't been a book out in over 10 years of the real estate. And they used to have magazines, real estate magazines, where people would post pictures, but that was such a waste of money because nobody picked the magazines anymore. They looked on the internet.
I think the key difference between your channel and most other realtors is when I've even now, because I'm looking at a moving house, I'll be looking at some of those videos, and it's just the apartment, but you had that personality. It's like, oh, this person's actually you give it more of a reason to look at the houses than just the houses. It's like you give more information than just, hey, this is a listing, you can purchase it at this place, call me up, etc., etc.
It's so much better seeing a video though of an actual house. If you're, because some people don't want to be traipsing around and looking at all sorts of houses. Do you want to know what the inside looks like? Do you want to know what the garden looks like and things like that? And especially now with the likes of drones and stuff like that, you can see all this before you even decide that's the house I want. And so many people must get just put off of buying houses, especially in the UK, with the whole rigmarole that you've got to go through to buy a house. It's just a joke.
I just want to draw. I want a drone so bad because I love that shot. Like, I'm so jealous of that shot where it comes out where they go like this and they have the drone and they go right into the front door.
Yeah.
That to me is
the
like
Zoom Maverick, or the Maverick Pro Zoom, Christina.
That's what I want.
Oh, what
I
a
know.
beauty.
I'm like, that is what, like, I'm alone in my room at night. That's it. That's the moment right there. The Zoom drone.
The Zoom, not the Mavic Pro.
No, the Zoom.
The Zoom is, you could have the damn camera like high in the sky, but it shows a shot like you're right in front of the door. So I could have this I could have it pretty far away, but it would still go like right into the front door. So you could actually take that shot and make it look like the drone went in through the front door, but it never did. It just zoomed right in like the lens did.
It's like $600 more than just a Maverick.
That's because of the Zoom.
Not on Best Buy. It's actually cheaper.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Saw it this weekend. That's what I'm like, because I was pricing it out.
I was in Vistec looking at cameras and stuff, and I saw it.
Look at the old Best Buy, and Amazon has good deals too.
That's way down the bottom of my list, though. That would be cool to have to, like, fly over construction sites.
I need it, Chris. I need it.
Yeah, you do.
I'll still say that the best shot you can get of a house or a property with a drone is, I mean, me and Christine, we were talking about this today, is the sideways going round the house, but keeping the camera on the house but flying the drone round it sideways. because we were talking today about we were learning to fly. So you have to take it out a couple of times. You have to give it a go, and
I'm gonna learn it right away. First day.
you're not
First
though.
day. I'm a quick study. Neil, crypto cruising.
Right, I lost 3 drones learning to fly drones.
But this one has
So maybe
sensors
they're
on it that won't allow you to crash the mother thing.
Yeah,
I was going to say something else, but I changed it to the mother thing.
You've got sensors on them that will stop you from, crashing it. But it's the same as a camera. You know what I mean? People get cameras and you think they've got this amazing camera, they can take amazing photographs, and 9 times out of 10, the average everyday person with a big posh DSLR takes a worse photograph than you do with an iPhone, because they're messing with settings and things like that. It's just it's the whole flying of a drone. You'll enjoy every single minute of flying. I don't know whether any of you guys fly drones, but the actual flying of a drone is it's great. It's nice. It's nice to even. I was flying drones when you never had cameras on, when you had to watch what the drone was doing, because I used to fly model helicopters. And flying
Model helicopters.
Model helicopters, yeah.
Helicopters.
I won't even tell you how many of them are crashed. The first one I bought was a petrol one, and I bought it off eBay, and I had it in the garden, and I think it was like a 5.5 foot wingspan, like on the propellers. So you start the engine up, you're just running on idle, then you kick in the clutch, and then you've got these propellers. I mean, the propellers were like 3/4 of a meter wide, 2 propellers going round, and it's like the noise, because you got the little engine, you got the propellers going, and then with a helicopter, when you take a helicopter up, you've got the tilt left, right, you got the tilt forwards, backwards, and then you've got the end rudder, which sends it round. Oh, it was a mess. It lasted 30 seconds. It got up about 4 foot off the floor and then just went whoosh into the next door neighbour.
Your tea kettle just went off again.
The tea's ready.
But yeah, drones are great and they are easy to fly. It's just like, I don't know, that noise is so annoying.
Almost like that tea kettle noise that everybody hears in the background.
Yeah, it is literally like a tea kettle. But
I'd be nervous to fly one like without practicing on like a cheap one.
No,
like,
I'll still say it's better to go and buy a DJI like a Phantom or a Mavic or something like that. It's better to learn rather than going and getting on it, because the cheap ones are good, and we lost umpteen cheap ones, and we did.
I wouldn't want to lose it.
I was buying 80-90 pound drones, and I say 3 of them. 3 of them I lost because I was trying to push the boundaries. I was trying to fly them further than what the actual signal would go, and I could just see them going into the distance, and they just go forever.
Whatever happens to them once they run out of battery? Do they just bump someone in the head?
The new DJI Osmo the new DJI things, once they get past that zone, they actually come back to you. When it starts losing signal, it turns around and comes back to you. They won't allow you to.
Hopefully it does. If you're out of range, if you're further away than your battery, because your battery life will be on your screen, and that's one thing you've got to keep your eye on. Because if you haven't got enough battery power for it to get home, when that drone decides I'm on low battery, it will come down. No matter where it is, it will just come down. So do you have the
Mavic?
No, I've got the Phantom Pro.
Okay, because the new ones they come back. They won't allow you to go out of range.
They'll all come back, even from the Phantom 2. They've all had return to home. But what I'm saying is, if you're flying it and you say 300 foot out in the field, but your battery will only last for 200 foot. You can keep on flying the drone.
How much are those? Like, how much are the Phantoms?
You can pick a Phantom Professional up now for probably £300 or £400.
See, that's still pretty kind of like for practice. Like,
yeah,
there a $200 option. Like, you could just
probably get a Phantom 2. You probably get a Phantom 2. Yeah, you'll pick a Phantom 2 cheaper, but the technology that's with them now, you'll never. There's the Phantom 2s. There's no sensors on them, or anything like that. Phantom 3, yeah, they've got sensors on. You've got reverse sensors. You've got downward sensors, front facing sensors. Obviously the Mavics have got all the sensors on, so you won't crash them. You won't. They've got obstacle avoidance and things like that. But you are better learning on something like that, because you then only got to concentrate on, on the actual flying of it. You don't have to think.
You can get a DJI Phantom 3 for $508 on Amazon.
They're just big. When when you consider the size of when you say the Mavic is like this big, and it'll fold up and it'll literally fit in your pocket of your coat.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when you think of the size of the Phantom 2s and the Phantom 3s, they're huge. They are absolutely. I mean, you're talking. My case that my Phantom is the same size case as a case you would take on a plane. So that's the difference with size. Because when I took mine to Iceland, I could only take the backpack with the Phantom in. All my clothes had to be in my girlfriend's bag. So I had clothes in her bag because I was taking because I wanted to take the drone. Because obviously we go to Iceland and it's but there was some parts of Iceland we couldn't even fly. It was too cold.
The Mavic Pro Zoom, the Mavic 2 Zoom is $1,249, but the Mavic 2 Pro is $1,499. So the Zoom is actually about $150 less.
Right. There's a 2. Yeah, the Mavic Pro 2, right? That's
correct. And then I was watching like the reviews on this thing, and the Mavic Pro
what's Beanie
kind of gives it like a blue cast, and the Pro kind of gives a softer, less crisp look, but you can work on the post editing and make it a little bit more crisp. But I mean, to me, like all these houses I go into have such a yellow cast. It'd be kind of nice to have that. So what am I missing? You boys are chuckling away.
Beanie and Doug are up to something, because I'm
well,
seeing.
Doug was just like I was calling it like a silent participant, and then he was talking about drones, but I'm like, what the hell is that thing that it's like that's a camel? I'm like, that's a camel. It's not a freaking drone.
Oh yeah.
I typed in drone and that's what came up.
Really?
It's a
So a drone. So which one are you
going? Drone dairy camel.
Weird emojis.
That's weird.
Which one are you going to get, Chris? Are you going to get the Zoom one for the houses?
Sure.
Christina.
What?
Sorry to break it away from Candy Crush.
I was reading Beauty Bubble stuff. I'm not Candy Crushing.
That's the first.
Like
are you going to get the
Candy
Zoom?
Crush.
I think I would like the Zoom. I like the Zoom because of the cast that it gives. I like the crispness of the picture that it gives. When I was watching the reviews, it looks better for what I want to do.
There's only one thing about the Mavericks I don't like compared to the Phantoms, and that is that the Maverick controller it's obviously a lot smaller, but you've got to put like an iPhone in it or a Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Phantoms, you can run them off an iPad or an iPad Mini, so your screen you're looking at is a lot bigger. That's the only one thing. I don't know what size the grip what size phone will it hold an iPad Max, or will it hold the bigger iPhones? Because obviously that's the thing that you're looking at to get your visual reference of where you're flying.
Okay, so here's the thing. Beauty Bubble she's been in this for 109 minutes. What is the breaking YouTube news? She wants to know what it is. Hurry up! Her appetizers are getting cold.
We talked about that at the start.
Yeah,
I know.
We can talk. We can talk about the breaking YouTube news again if you want.
Oh yeah, right on.
I mean, if you want to know what the breaking YouTube news is, just type in hashtag type in the chat breaking news, hashtag breaking news, and I will tell you the breaking YouTube news. I mean, I'll just come out with it. YouTube are going to start charging each channel $19.99 a month.
It's gone up since the beginning of the
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, $19.99 a month to combat Article 13 coming into your country. That's a complete lie, but that's what the breaking news is. The actual breaking news is that we pulled Doug Houston into the stream tonight. That is the breaking news.
That was he's the secret guest.
Yeah, it was purely clickbait. I thought everybody else does it. Del Lee's done it yesterday on his.
100% clickbait.
That was this morning, sweet. That was this morning.
I'm telling you right now, clickbait works. I'm telling you right now.
It does actually work. Oh, nice to see we got RPM Nexus in the building. The RPM Nexus when Matt went live on Sunday competing with D and Andrew Can as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul, it's got us. It's got no. There is no breaking YouTube news. We just basically just put it on the title just to. I don't know. I just wanted to see whether it would work, and it actually did work. It did work. So Chris Dean is getting the Zoom. What are you gonna get? What are you gonna do, Chris? Are you gonna get a Pro, or are you gonna get a Mavic, or what are you gonna do?
Me or him?
Chris.
Not me. Not me. I'm not getting one. That's like way down the list for me. But I think Christina's the one. Yeah, she's definitely gonna.
Because I know you want one. Why are things in Canada so expensive?
Yeah.
It's that free healthcare. That's what the Americans always say.
Yeah, but we get free
crazy,
healthcare in the UK, and we're cheaper than you for stuff.
Yeah, but see, like your dollar is worth like $1.50 here. Like your pound is worth $1.50 here.
We're still supporting England. That's why.
Oh, that's right.
Well, Canada is still supporting England.
Oh hell yeah! There's no way we're. I mean, we're independent, but that's only like how old, right? I think it's less like 100 years old, maybe. I don't know, or more.
I've never
not that long
understood
ago.
why things in Canada were so more expensive than the United States.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just farther north to ship things. Like it's shipping, right? Like a lot of the manufacturing moves to the south and now the east. And
So is the minimum wage higher in Canada than the US?
Probably.
I think so. Yeah. We start now at like $15 an hour minimum wage or something.
Right. What is it in Australia, Beanie?
Things like getting close to $20 an hour.
Is it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's
It's
where it
like
should
18, 19, something like that.
Because Australia is quite dear for stuff, isn't it? But then again,
Yeah.
you're importing things to Australia it's a hell of a cost.
You don't really need to worry about having a second job here in Australia unless you really want some extra money.
Right, I get you.
Yeah. Whereas apparently in America, most people need a second or third job just to like make do.
Is Michael
Oh, yeah.
Daniels in Canada?
No, he's in North Carolina.
You say that with so much anger. Wow, like there's something wrong with
You
Canadians.
sounded offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's American.
There's only 35 million people here, right? Like that. There's 10 times the people in the U.S. There's 40 times that in China. Right? Like we're just small. We're tiny, right?
It's
We're
a
far up
big
north.
land space, but not a lot of people.
That's right. Yeah.
You're like the opposite to the UK. We've got a lot of people, but a little land space.
So we're definitely supporting a large massive land too, right?
40 million, Car Galaxy
Infrastructure.
Studio said.
And for some reason, as a cartoon character, Canadians look so much different than Americans.
I know. They're like
So strange
heads
to
just going boom, boom, boom.
I know, they're just like detachable heads and mouses. Weird.
Square arms, square legs.
It's
It's
bizarre.
just not right.
It's like I
It's
don't
not
know if it's
right.
like we're anywhere else, but here they're slowly like stripping away everything, like school programs and healthcare, and you know what I mean, like slowly stripping us away. You know what I mean? But the taxes, everything like that, going up.
So you in time you're basically going to turn into America.
Yeah, right. It's going private anyway, right? Like you might as well.
That's
might
bad.
As well just get it over with.
Right.
Tear the band-aid off.
Gimbals.
What about him?
Christine, you've been looking at gimbals for your DSLR,
Well,
haven't you?
I use okay, so when I do my videos.
First
and
of all,
stuff-
can I just try something? I want to see if something works.
Yes, go
I,
for it.
I just need to see if something works on slobs.
Okay, go for it.
Right, yeah, it works, but there's no audio.
What the hell, really?
Yeah.
Hold
Weird.
on.
Never mind. We can sort it for next week. Yeah, because I know we were talking about you last week when you were talking about getting a gimbal, and they're so expensive with DSLRs.
Yeah.
Why is what's?
Hold on.
I don't know. It worked. I think it might have worked. No audio. I don't know why the audio works on the clip because the one I sent you because it works on Discord.
Audio
Like, if
works
you-
on my computer as well, but it won't
Yeah.
work in slobs for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Don't know why. Because we've done this whole video transaction thing with voiceover for
That's awesome.
arsehole comments of the week.
That's
So we
cool.
pull out comments from
Yeah.
somebody's channel and just read the asshole comments of the week.
We're gonna
Like
have a section, aren't we?
A new segment that's asshole comments of the week.
Yeah.
Or just
I
Go hard.
just call it asshole of the week.
All right, guys, I gotta go. But thanks, eh?
Oh,
Me.
bye, eh?
Yeah, man, I gotta go put the kids to bed.
See you, Chris.
so-
Eh?
See you later, eh?
Hey.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
Later, Chris.
Bye, guys.
G'day, Chris. Eh?
G'day, eh?
G'day's an Australian thing.
Wait, my voice is there, just not my face.
All right, that's creepy.
Yeah, Chris has gone,
You
but
know
he's
what?
not gone.
You know what you're talking
Talker,
about.
Chris.
It's the
what
goat.
about
I'm
my
talking
question?
about. What are you talking about, Chris?
A boot,
A boot.
Talking about.
a boot,
A boot.
a boot.
Bye, guys.
So, yeah.
Bye.
He's gone.
What was it? I was going to tell you
Gimbals.
something. Oh, so yeah, I have the DJI Osmo for my phone, and don't get me wrong, the phone does beautiful. I mean, it really does do nice videos, but let's be real, your DSLR cameras do so much better than your phone. I mean, as nice as they are on the phone, it really does do better. And
Probably
I wanted
wouldn't work for the real estate though.
what?
You'd say that the SLRs work better, but on a gimbal, I don't think it work for unless you're gonna have like everything in super sharp focus.
I think the general video will look better, won't it? Because it's shot on a DSLR.
Yeah.
You've
But-
got
It does look better
more
on a
you've got
DSLR.
more control over lighting and color things and stuff like that. It's just a DSLR gimbal is big and they're so expensive. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a while since I filmed anything on that. Because last time I filmed anything on a DSLR, I was trying to get everything in focus. It was weird.
I don't even have to do that. Just
Y-
auto
yeah.
settings, because that's what I'm doing. When you
Ah.
the thing is with these clips, like I go through a room and it takes me literally 15 seconds, and I'm just
Yeah.
taking it to moving it down this way and then moving it up this way and then moving it across this way. By the time I go into
Okay.
editing, I'm taking out the crispest, cleanest, prettiest shots
Right.
to tell the story about the house. Like if some of it is kind of like out of focus for a half a second, that doesn't matter. I'm going to cut that out
Right.
anyway. So I just
True.
put on autofocus and I would go around with this thing, but it's like apparently these things are super heavy. And then when I looked them up, I'm like, God, what do I want? Do I want the drone or do I want the gimbal? Because they're freaking expensive.
The
Why
gi-
are they
yeah.
$600 to $700?
Does the autofocus does that activate is that just going all the time? Because
Yeah.
I'm guessing my last camera must have been crap because the only way autofocus would work is if I was actually holding down the shutter very softly, like not even full all the way, just I had to hold it down, and that's when the camera would start just auto-focusing.
Good night,
I
Patty.
record in autofocus all the time because I don't understand aperture and all that other crap. So I just
Right.
I throw it on autofocus and I do it, and it works great. I mean, it's good enough for me.
I just don't know
I
why
think it's
why are they so expensive? Why gimbals are so expensive? Because we were looking at.
Good night, Patty.
You found one the other day, didn't you? Which was a handheld one for a DSLR, which was quite long. So you got the length of the handle,
Right. it
then
was
the
like a-
DSLR on top. Man, that's gonna have some weight in it, isn't it? You think about it with
I
a
would do
DSLR.
both hands. I would hold it both ways. I would hold it like this.
But
and
did you
just-
do the double ones though, that you can hold?
Yeah, they have
Cam-
the ones like this.
Yeah.
Have you seen
it does
the I think it's the GoPro gimbals, it's like a little tiny little
Yeah, I had that.
GoPro. Oh, okay. Cool.
No, what's
I didn't get myself-
sorry. Jeff Eatley. I've seen Jeff Eatley using one in a couple of Instagram photos, and it's literally. It looks like your GoPro stick, Christina, but it's not. It's like a really tiny thing.
Yeah.
That's the new DJI. That's the new DJI, and it has the video. It has the camera in it.
Yeah, it's like a tiny little camera. This thing's about that big. It's
Yeah, they
really
look so-
tiny.
That's the
Yeah.
new DJI that has the good camera in it too.
What?
Yeah, I want to get one of those.
The Pocket, DJI Pocket.
So wouldn't
Yeah.
you be better buying one of them? I mean, what's the price on them compared to a gimbal for a DSLR?
They're probably
picture
600
qual-
Australian.
The picture quality is going to be no better than my phone, though. I mean, the picture quality in those that thing that's really for convenience. If you didn't want to use your phone or
Right.
whatever, you know,
Casey
like
Neistat did a comparison video using that.
Because I said about getting a GoPro. Didn't I buy a new GoPro? Buy the new GoPro and use that on the gimbal for recording. But is the GoPro? I mean, the new GoPro, that new one is just, man. The videos that come off that are just stunning. Stunning. Actually, look, you actually sound Scouse there. Stunning.
working on it. Working on it.
Every time I say that Big Scales Gym, I think of Neil.
Big Scouse Jim. He doesn't live that far from me. He used to be a door. I've actually seen him in Liverpool. I've seen him because he used to work as a doorman. I don't know where, but I have seen him in Liverpool. Yeah, the GoPro Hero 7. What's the new one? The one with the anti-shock in it, and
that's the 7.
You can go live.
I think they only go up to 7.
You can go live with it, can't you?
Yeah, that's a 7.
Yeah,
that
it has a stabilizer in
I
it.
think 7 is,
Yeah, that looks so.
Are we boring you, Neil? Damn, this is your own show, and you're freaking boring yourself. You're yawning at your own words.
Yes, it's been a long day. Let's put it that way.
He probably had to deal with Christine all day.
He did. I had to write a script for him.
Well, there you go.
These real estate agents send us a description of the house, and it's like, you know, whenever we're talking about these things, we're like saying this, and they're like, the house has been freshly painted, the living room has floors, and they're wood. You know, it's like they're so awful.
Dude,
so that I'm like,
I like the
so
one. I like the one for today because you went out. And she went out and filmed it yesterday, and then she's telling me all about, you know, blah blah blah. And it's got this. It's got there was just words that Americans use that British wouldn't use. Like the front garden was, you know, freshly manicured. Now,
manicured
yeah,
grass.
Yeah, to me, that's your hands and you get a manicure on your hands, but the garden was freshly manicured, and then I'm looking at the video, and if I can swear blind, there's more hair on Nick Nimmon's head than there was green grass on this garden. There was no manicuring of this garden whatsoever. It was
so I'm like, I'm changing the verbiage on this because there's no freshly manicured in my ass. So I'm like,
de-manicured.
I changed it to mature landscaping because I'm like, this is not manicured.
Mature landscaping.
And then the color of the house, the inside is like, it's bright yellow. It's like, and so I wrote a soft buttercream yellow, soft yellow buttercream color palette. Soft.
Was Neil laughing his ass off when he was reading all this?
He sends me a message. He goes, soft yellow buttercream color palette with smiley emojis because it's like
it's yellow.
So I'm trying to sell this yellow house and make it sound as good as possible.
It was just the grass. The grass. I mean, I have never in my life. Manicured.
I didn't type this. I did not type this. This was the description that was given to us that we had to create a script from.
I mean,
you know what? In the future, I'm just gonna go. Sorry, love. Out to manicure the grass.
But they even said it was a neutral color palette. I'm like, that is not neutral. There's nothing neutral about sunshine yellow. What? No, that's not in the neutral spectrum.
No, it's some of the descriptions you see before Christina does a wizardry with the with the writer. Oh, they're hilarious.
They're so bad.
They are. It's like you can't polish this turd. You need, it needs to be reworded. It needs serious rewording because this can't be. You can't say these things about this house.
I really want to do the one where it's like the truthful advertising, and I want to be like, there's a lot of times that we sell here, especially here in Louisiana, we'll sell the piece of land with the structure that's on the piece of land at no value, so that you're really just buying the dirt because the house is such a piece of shit. So I would love to like actually go through the house and be like, look at this termite food right here.
Oh, you know,
You can't stay more than one night because the roof leaks like a sieve.
I was just thinking, it'd be kind of funny if you were like doing like the calling out the lies of realtors, and you're just like you're presenting the house normally, even though it's a turd, and then and here we're looking at the freshly manicured grass, and then you hear Neil's voice going, "Just looks like fucking grass. It looks like shit."
Right,
say that on your channel, but yeah.
The truthful advertising real estate channel. That'd be awesome.
I mean, you could do it on air. You could do a real bad video
that'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be quite funny just to see. Like, I mean, you could even tag it "world's most expensive house" or the USA's most desirable property.
Yes,
$1 billion house or something like that, and then it'd be like, "What's this crap? What are they trying to sell us?"
You could just totally name it like if real estate agents didn't lie. So you could have me like going through the house saying all these flowery things, and then your voice could be like, "That is garbage."
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, kind of like looking up at the sky, like.
I've been really surprised since I've been doing this with you on how much termites in Louisiana destroy property, because we don't.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
there's two kinds of houses in Louisiana: ones that have termites and ones that are going to get them. We have the highest termites in the United States.
Do you suffer with them in Australia?
Yeah, we get termites.
Really?
Definitely.
I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
I've never in my life known of anyone going, "Oh, gotta change." I mean, 90% of the houses in the UK are all brick. I mean, the only wood part is the frame for the roof. That's it really. There's not much wood that's
so
used.
They don't have weatherboard.
With what?
Weatherboard. Do you guys even know what weatherboard is?
We don't get.
Is that like hardy board? Is that like a cement board?
We use brick, mate, because our weather's that bad.
Wait, they've got weatherboard in around Doug's area, don't they?
Yeah.
What is
I
weatherboard?
know what you're talking about.
What's weatherboard?
Weatherboard's essentially what's behind you right now, but the whole house is built with that.
Oh God, no! I mean, you
like
wouldn't.
shiplap?
It's like planks of wood that go over each other, and it's like instead of using brick, you use wood.
No, there's not. I mean, there's no houses around by me.
That's like shingling. That's like that. Oh, yeah, okay. I know they do that in New England on the seaboard. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The reason why you don't have termites, Neil, is that you guys get cold enough that it kills them. They can't. They wouldn't survive. I'm not joking. The termite problem isn't that big of a deal up north as it is in the south. We are a mecca and a breeding ground for warm. Like everything up north won't kill you. Everything in the south will kill you. Like the spiders here will kill you. The snakes here will kill you. You go up north and you don't have to worry about any of those things.
Hang on, you've got spiders that will kill you.
Absolutely.
Stop it.
Yeah, if they bite you. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Look up brown recluse. They're all over the place. Look up black widow spiders. They're all over the place.
I love watching Doug every now and then. You can tell when Doug's about to say something. He'll just be like, he just edges closer to his mic as he's about to say something.
Oh, you didn't say anything.
I was waiting for it then.
I know.
See, in the UK, right, apart from maybe the odd angry goat, there's nothing that will kill you. There's no snakes. There's no drop bears. There's no lizards. There's no termites. There's no spiders. We've got, apart from human beings.
You got scousers.
Well, yeah, there's scousers. I mean, in Liverpool, everything that walks on two legs tends to want to kill you. Or get into an argument with you. I mean, I was only in work the other day for like 30 seconds, and I was arguing with someone. Some guy I didn't even know over something that, he was like, give us those free shop vouchers. Like, no. You give us them? No. Just fucking give us them now. How's about no, mate? Just how's about you fucking off right now? You don't know who I am. I don't need to know you now. Fuck off. And it was literally, I was in there 30 seconds and I was arguing. So, Yeah, apart from human beings, there's nothing that there's nothing in the UK that we have to worry about. Or we can put our hand in any hole or in any loft or any. Oh God, I knew he was going to laugh. But you guys in Australia and America, you've got to look into things before you know. I mean, to be honest, there's something that lives with me that I wouldn't put my fucking hand in because it probably turns a skeletal. But you guys have just got.
Paul Peck said something interesting. He said he's been in houses where he hears the termites eating them, and we have a termite here that is like the most dangerous termite.
What's
if you
he
get them in
called?
your house, a Formosum termite.
What couldn't you have called him, Dave, or something like that?
No, Formosum termites. They came from South America, and they will eat up a house in a couple of months. They will tear it apart.
Really? I mean,
yeah.
We get wood lice. They don't really bother anyone. You know, they're very inoffensive. We get earwigs. I don't even know what earwigs do. I don't know the purpose of an earwig. I don't know what it does. I don't know where they go.
Earwigs, like they're silverfish, aren't they?
An earwig. It's like a tiny little thing like this. And you got the right red with loads of legs, and you've got like these two pincers on the back. They don't do anything. They just look.
Things.
They just look scary. You know what I mean? And they certainly don't go in your ears. There's no. I don't know why they're called an earwig because they don't go.
They can go in your ear though.
I've had a spider in my ear.
Oh.
I've actually genuinely had. I mean, on my Facebook there'll be pictures. There'll be a video of it. A while ago, I got a spider trapped in my ear. It's about 4 years ago. Went into work on a Sunday and I was falling over. I was deaf in one ear. I was like, I had the head doorman banging me on the side of the head because I thought it was trap water because I could hear it making noises. Then when I was in bed, I could literally just hear like this scratching in me. So I went to the doctors, looks down my ear, tells me to sit down, asked me did I have a fear of arachnids? And I was like, no. And he said, you've got a spider in your ear. Yeah, you've got a spider in your ear. It's pushed up right up against your diaphragm, and it's basically curled up into a little ball. So, which my answer was like, well, fucking get it out then, because it doesn't belong there. Get it out. And he was like, well, no, I can't physically go in and get it out. And I was like, well, you're a shit doctor. So then he gives me an appointment card to go to the hospital. 3 days later, it was like it wasn't like go now. You know, you've got a spider in your ear. You know, you don't know what it's doing.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's go in 3 days. So I was like, not a chance. I am not waiting 3 days while this thing is scratched. Because I could hear it. It was like as it's moving. Because it was literally, it was sitting on the diaphragm of my ear. So I come home and I went to the shops and bought about 30 Hopi candles. I don't know if you get Hopi candles in the US or. It's like a long sort of hollow candle that you shove in your ear. And you lie on your side and you light the top on fire, and it draws all the wax out. And it sounds like crackling rain on glass. Yeah, so you lie there and it burns down, but the obviously the suction pulls all the earwax out of your ear. And I think we went through about 15 of them, and then I pulled one out, and it was literally like pulling your finger out your ear. It was like, oh, I can fucking hear. I can hear in stereo. I was like, I can actually hear in stereo. And then we opened the Hopi candle up, and there was this little ball of this thing just like curled up like that. God. And it was like, thank God for that.
I saw a YouTube video where there was a June bug in this woman's ear, and she was screaming because it was like kept going, and it was so loud in her ears, screaming. Well, so this thing was. They got it out.
This thing must have been just slightly moving against my diaphragm, but it felt like it was the loudest thing in my head.
Oh, I'm just giving you a hug.
Oh, it was just strange, and then because obviously I posted everything on Facebook and pictures of it, and then the amount of people that were freaking out. I'm sleeping with cotton wool in my ears. I didn't realize spiders went in. Spiders actually went in your ears, and I was like, well, apparently it's quite common.
My mom had my dad had a secretary that went to the beach, and she had gotten a spider that bit her cheek, and it was loaded with spider eggs.
Oh, no.
Costa Rica, something like that, and her whole face had swollen up, and it was full of spider eggs. And they had to cut it open, and all of it was like.
I did not see.
I'm not an arachnophobe, but eggs being spider eggs in the cheek is where I cross the line.
Of all the things we've talked about, that's it. We can't talk about spider eggs in the cheeks.
There's nothing like that bothers me whatsoever. Like spiders, creepy crawlers. The only one thing for me is dentists. I'm talking to dentists. Has anyone seen Boogie's video?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I want to.
Man, he looks like a new guy.
Looks like a totally different person. I didn't even know who he was until that video came out, and I watched that. I was like,
have you
totally
seen it,
different
Doug?
person.
What's that?
Have you seen Boogie's? Is it what's his name? Boogie 2688.
2988.
No, I don't watch any of his stuff at all.
I've been watching
have
him.
no clue.
I mean, I don't watch him, but I seen it was D had commented on Twitter on the video, so I thought, oh, what's this? And there was a picture of this guy with the things in his mouth, holding his mouth open, his brand new big pearly white teeth, and at first
he also lost like 100 pounds as well.
Yeah, at first I was like, who's he? That's not Boogie, because Boogie's like this scruffy looking, nerve herder. And then it went through the whole thing, and he was like, yeah, I've got this many teeth missing, these are cracked, these are abscess, and it went through, he had like 14 or 18 different places of abscesses, and then he took all his teeth out, he put like screws in one day, and then he went back the next day, and he had these brand new teeth that were milled overnight.
Jesus Christ. Just looking at the photos now.
They were put in, but before it was quite funny because he'd obviously had all his teeth out, and then he'd gone back to the hotel, and he was like, his face was it wasn't that swollen though, was it? And he said
he had a little bit right here.
He was like, I'm not in that much pain. I've had worse pain with toothache, and it's bearable, and there's no walk in the park, but I can deal with it.
And he had 8 abscesses when he walked in. 8 abscess teeth.
No, it was more than that, wasn't it? It was like, wasn't it like 14? Because they had that tick chart, didn't he? Said every one of these is an abscess. Wasn't it like 14? Yeah.
I thought it was 8 abscesses.
I thought it was like 14 whatever. It was a lot.
I thought that's only I thought he only had 14 teeth left, and he had 8 abscesses and 14 teeth that he had left.
No, because you can still get an abscess with it, obviously, because he's never had the teeth properly extracted. You can still get it because there was like roots showing and things like that. But then before, because obviously he went back to the hotel, he woke up the next day and he's got no teeth. He's got he hasn't got a tooth in his head. And then he went to get like his hair salon, didn't he? And he got his hair cut. Yeah. He got his beard cut, and he's obviously had a bit of a makeover. Had a bit of a cleanse or maybe a peel or something like that. And then he put his new teeth in. Oh my God! He just it was like, who's this guy? It's like, who is this guy? But then we were looking at compared to the UK and Turkey, the prices in America for getting what he had done is wow.
So are they false teeth? Are they?
Yeah, they're screwed in.
Yeah,
they're implants.
It's basically
because there's a photo. There's a photo of his on his Instagram where he's opening his mouth and you can actually see the line between the teeth and his gum.
Well, his gum is like if you watch the video.
They cut it open.
Yeah, the front part.
Oh my God, really?
They cut up the whole thing. They put all these posts in there. They screw them into the jaw. They screw them all in. They send him home. The gum is over there. When he comes back, they screw in all these teeth. They just screw them into the
gum's it's like 2 flaps at the back and the front. Because that's what it was like when he was getting they were going in with the sucker, and then obviously. Over time, a couple of weeks or a couple of months, the gums they'll harden and they'll form a seal over the teeth. But they actually, it's 2 false sets of teeth. They go in and then they screw them into the posts, don't they?
Yep.
But it was strange. It was really strange watching him bite into an apple as well, wasn't it? Because obviously he'd never bitten into an apple before.
Yeah, he tried to. That's the first thing they said. Well, you're gonna have to bite into this, and he was like, "They're like, no, bite into it." He's like, he was afraid.
Yeah,
he hasn't had teeth, really, and so finally he just did it. He bit into it.
Because when you do have them dental problems as well, the things that you do put in your mouth and you've got to bite, you're like, oof, I don't want to bite too hard on this because I don't know whether this is gonna crush or a tooth's gonna snap. So it must have been a weird thing, but he looks, hands down. I mean, he got it done.
Yeah.
He got it done for nothing. But what was it? What was the cost of it, Christina? It was like, we reckon it was about 60 to 100,000, something like that, for everything he'd had done.
Oh, it was well. I know it was like $4,500 per tooth. That's how much it is in the United States. It's $4,500 per tooth.
Jeez.
And then if you didn't,
that's about like the full mouth in Australia.
well, that was his full mouth. Oh, sorry. What is it in Australia for that?
For the full mouth, it'd probably be like maybe about that price. Not per tooth.
The whole entire mouth is
pretty expensive.
Because the last few times I went to the dentist is like a root canal. I think root canal is a bit different to like the whole mouth, but I suppose the whole mouth would be like probably a bit. I don't think it'd be like 100,000 or anything like that though.
I know you can get it done in Turkey. You can go to if you're in the UK, you can go to Turkey and you can get full set of veneers, top and bottom, for like 4,000. Because loads. I know people that have had it done. I've got a mate of mine. He went and I was showing Christine the pictures, and his teeth just look phenomenal. You didn't realise how bad they were, but like $4,000 later, he's got a brand new set of teeth.
I'm gonna probably have to do it on 2 of my teeth because for some reason, well, I have a theory. First of all, my teeth are thin, anyways. Secondly of all, remember when bleaching was like everybody bleached their teeth to like high heaven. Well, I was one of those people that bleached my teeth to like pure snow white, and I kept doing it. I would, kept using the trays and kept them as white as I could get them. They were super sensitive. Well, I stopped doing that a few years back, but now you see right here, it's actually almost see-through right here. And sometimes at the end of the day, it looks like I got my tooth knocked out. So I think these are worn down to the point where I actually have to get 2 false teeth in the front.
Well, the lad I know, Gary, was 2 of them went over. He paid $4,000, and he went from that. Right, that was before he had it done. Then $4,000 later.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got that.
Nice.
There he is now.
Nice.
Wow.
But in America, you're looking at $100,000, aren't you?
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah, that's probably about the same in Australia for getting something like that done. From my experience, anyway.
$4,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
That's way cheaper.
Yeah. Well, we've also got way cheaper affordable healthcare.
Well, just a crown for my tooth. Like I have a cavity under my crown, which pisses me off. I don't know how like a cavity made it under a crown, but so I have to have this damn thing ripped off and put it like a whole new set. It's going to cost me $650 to have a new crown.
That's
It'd
crazy.
be like probably about $200 over here, I think. Maybe.
Unbelievable.
Do you get free? I mean, if you're out of work in Australia, do you get free dental care?
You don't have to. Oh no, you have to pay for dental care. You can get free. You can get free dental care if you're on say on government benefits, and then you don't mind having the it's kind of like getting it through like university, like the university students who are learning dental care, you get it done through them. So it's basically they're learning and you get free dental care because of the learning.
Because over in the UK, it's like if you're out of work, you don't pay. You can get anything you want done.
Okay.
To answer,
they don't have that.
To answer Timey, he had all his teeth ground down to like a spike, and then he had the veneers, like whatever glued on some or whatever they do. I don't know how they do it, but he had them done. He had them put onto them, but he's I'm surprised that Canada don't are the cars just put there. Kevin, you just put our healthcare doesn't cover dental in Ontario.
Nah, ours doesn't either.
That's mad. I know America's like ridiculous prices. Like ridiculous.
I'm kind of wondering, like, it's not a topic we'll get we'll get it to right now, but I'm just kind of curious what mental health, for so like a visit to a counselor. I'm wondering how much that would be for like a in America or in other countries, just out of just loose curiosity.
I'll tell you what it is in the UK. It's nothing, free, unless you want to go private. Unless you can go to your doctor in the UK and you can say, look, I'm having troubles. I need to speak to somebody. I need to, I'm worried and whatever your issue is, and they will put you, depending on what you. Obviously, there's different counsellors for different things, isn't it? Obviously they will put you in touch with the right person, and you won't pay a thing.
Okay.
You won't pay.
Yeah, here it's kind of like that, but I checked out one guy. He was actually really good, but it was like $80 per visit. I think his name was $120 for the consultation. But if you because we got this thing in Australia called Medicare, which covers a portion of the even I think sure if it's even for private, they cover a portion of it. But for some things, if it's if there's an out of pocket cost, they cover a portion of it.
We have a Medicare here too for people that are they're elderly or they can't take care of themselves. They get everything for free.
Over here, Medicare covers everyone.
Yeah, we don't. It only is for the people that the mentally disabled that are 45 years old and their parents have passed away. They get they get full coverage. People that that are elderly, that obviously can't work anymore. They get it.
Yeah.
Is yours
a little bit different? Is
yours the same Australia as it is, isn't it? Because I know in America it can vary state by state, can't
it? Certain kinds of plans, but the medical part, if Medicare is a federal thing. The federal government covers that. It's a federal cost, but everything is a challenge though. Because my parents are older and they have a Medicare supplement, and anything that they need to have done has my dad needs this scan, but in order to get this scan, you have to do all these other 5 things first that have nothing to do with his problem. But they're we kind of think it's cancer, but until it's diagnosed as cancer, you have to do these 5 other things. So he did those 5 other things for them to tell him that he already had cancer. But if they had just done this one scan, they would have known instantly.
Yeah.
I had a problem with my I have this blood problem called ITP, and it has to do with my platelet counts. They would not send me to the hematologist to check my blood correctly for my condition until I saw these other 5 specialists first. And I walked in the door and I'm like, can it be this ITP? Well, we don't really know. We have to send you this hematologist. Can you do it? No, well, your insurance is making us do this. It's ridiculous. So I had to go to all these different specialists. Took them 6-8 weeks for them to tell me exactly what I already knew, that my ITP was back. Yeah. But no one could tell me that. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But whatever.
Fun times.
The insurance company dictates what your health care is going to be. But in the meantime, in the 6 weeks, you could be dead, but whatever. As long as you followed the protocol.
That's the one thing that annoys me about America. Is the healthcare situation. Australia is pretty much the same as the UK, apart from maybe the dental or the the mental health thing. But I am a firm believer that you should get free healthcare. With the amount of taxes and things you pay. I mean, you pay taxes that is meant to cover these type of things. But you should be getting free healthcare. Let's be. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just really, especially when you're looking and they always do the whole. Well, your taxes go for this, but they're still paying politicians ridiculous amounts of money. It's just
that's where your taxes are technically going.
But that's another thing that confuses me as well, is that there's hospitals in the US that are private, they're not owned by the government, are they?
Yeah, isn't that the same everywhere? You got the public system and then you got the private system.
But isn't some of the public hospitals owned by the US privately owned?
In Australia, they are.
We have there's all sorts of different kinds of hospitals here. There's ones that are run by religious organizations. You have private hospitals. You have cancer hospitals. I mean, we've got all sorts of kinds of things. But the thing is that there's going to be no cure for our insurance problem for a long time. And when I was a kid, I had a, you know, like I had this blood condition when I was younger, and I had no idea that my parents had to pay the amount of money they had to pay, and they had 4 other kids. And I remember my mom sitting in the kitchen going, I don't know what we're going to do next month. Christina's bills are so high. And I'm like, what bills do I have? And my mom's like, well, we have to pay these doctors. And I'm like, I thought we had, because I had the insurance card. I said, I thought everything got paid with that blue card. And she's like, oh, we have to pay them. And I'm like, oh, I had no idea. And I would just remember laying in bed as a kid going, why would people have to pay if they're sick? What if you're poor? What if you're poor and you can't afford it? You know, like that didn't make any sense to me that people have to pay, and people lose their homes. And it's one of those things in the United States that if you don't, like, that's one of those debts that never gets relieved. If you don't pay it, it stays with you. Like, you know, it's stuck. It's always on you. It's like education debt. You will always have it.
That's how homelessness starts, basically.
It can. People have lost their homes because of medical costs. They can't afford it. It's so sad. And I mean, I just don't even see how that's fair. Because imagine you have a family of 3 and then you have a child that has leukemia. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do?
That's probably one of the only bonuses with the UK, because of the national health. All our hospitals, they're all, you've got private hospitals. Like there's a company called Bupa, which, you know, you can pay through your job. You can pay to go into a private hospital. But
we've got Bupa too.
Yeah, do you have? I don't know whether Bupa was worldwide, but you say there is Bupa hospitals. Because I know when my dad was working, he paid private insurance.
Bupa?
Yeah.
Spell that.
B-U-P-A. Bupa.
Oh, okay. Bupa.
Yeah. It stands for something.
It stands for something. Okay, I never heard of it before. How does this relate to YouTube, by the way?
I don't know.
we went on a tangent.
This is the chaos part of Creator Chaos.
Because it was Boogie's teeth.
It was Boogie's teeth,
yeah. That was it. Yeah, it was Boogie's teeth.
But the thing with Bupa is that you get a lot of the doctors that are working for the NHS will go and work for, do like jobs for Bupa as well. But all the hospitals in the UK, they're all, you know, the major hospitals in the cities and you know, towns and things like that, they're all owned by the government. They're all substituted by the government, paid for by the government. The medical, everything is paid by the government. There's no, you can pay private, like I said, but you know, that's it. So what else were we going to talk about? YouTube?
Matt B just said, any one of you consider general liability insurance as a content creator? What the hell is that? I told him, I said, what the hell is that? Tell us on the stream. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
General liability insurance as a content.
Doug was about to say something. He did the thing.
I was going to ask the question. Is that like public liability? It's like if you cause an injury to somebody in the course of your business.
Yeah, I think I know. If I
have that.
If I do a say, and I've done in the past, I've done a couple of private gigs for friends who are getting married. Some of these big posh hotels, they get married in. If they actually make me, I'm actually gonna go and buy a DJ sort of public insurance in case anything happens to anyone in the hotel while I'm DJing. You know, like someone gets, you know, has a nervous breakdown through a song or a heart attack during a rave set or something like that. But they make you have this. That's the only thing I can think of. Public.
Yeah.
Your tea's ready.
Over here, we if you want to be a busker, you need public liability insurance.
If you need to be a bus
with the public in any way, it's like if you hold an event, say you had a get together, like you get like a YouTuber creator get together, and you hire a hall or a room in a hotel or something like that.
Did you say hall or whore?
Hall.
Oh, okay. What kind of party are you going to, Doug?
That's the same as the UK, Doug. If you are holding it, you will need some sort of public liability insurance.
Yeah, you gotta have insurance for that. Yeah.
But why would you need it for YouTube?
I have it to film because I'm a real estate agent, I have liability insurance, but that covers me filming houses because I'm using the lockbox to open the doors to film the houses. So I'm covered. It's part of my licensure.
I think it's kind of like, say for example, Logan, like big, broad example, but like say, was it Logan Paul or one of those people who like at VidCon or something, and they're outside and they just caused a scene, and it's like hundreds of thousands of kids were like just stampeding over each other. Not that any of us would be in that kind of situation, but like say if you are filming something and just whatever, and someone happens to get hurt or something, just as a sort of a loose relation based on what you're doing, then you can, if they would normally be able to sue you, but then you've got like an insurance that covers that. Like basically if they get injured, your insurance, from my understanding, covers whatever they end up suing you for.
Or kind of if you were outdoor vlogging and you weren't paying attention, you ran into someone with a camera and cut the face or bumped the nose or something like that, they could sue you. But
I don't think public liability would cover that though.
No, I don't think you couldn't. I don't think you could get insurance for being a content creator, because it's not actually. There's too many different specifications, isn't it? You just put down. Yeah, a lot of companies require. However, it would be interesting to see if it would assist in creative aspect. What would someone hurt themselves trying to duplicate one of Beanie's drawings?
That'd be a good one to ask Nick and D.
I don't think you'd need. I mean, if you were a company and you were employing people who were going out into the public to actually film for a paid service or something like that, then you could cause injury through your equipment. But as for a single content creator, I don't think it would be needed. I don't think there's any insurance company that would actually. I think the only insurance you could probably get is for your camera equipment and stuff like that. I mean, I know you can get that type of insurance, because we can get that like DJing wise. I pay an insurance premium which basically covers if a drunk idiot comes over and pours a pint of beer over me Mac, I'm covered regardless.
I think in Australia, technically, I think YouTube content creation would be classed as an individual, because we've got like companies, so you have like a sole trader or something. It'd be like under sole trader, and under that you get public liability as a sole trader. Like an insurance company wouldn't just give YouTuber public liability, but if you're like under a sole trader classification, then you get it. And that would be just cover you as a business rather than what you do as an activity.
Yeah, that'll be the same. That's the same as the UK. Like, but you're not a sole trader on YouTube, are you? Because you're not earning, unless you are if you're earning enough money to sustainably keep yourself. No,
you as the actual person is the actual sole trader. That's a business. YouTube is just one of the activities that you do under that sole trader label. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, you it's a grey area, isn't it? Because it's like kind of if you're on YouTube, are you technically a sole trader? No, you're not a sole trader, because if you're not earning money, you've got no.
Yeah.
But
hopefully are.
Yeah, I mean it's like all these companies in the UK, or I mean, people go by publicly limited, privately limited companies, things like that. It's like it just doesn't, unless you got like loads of employees and things like that. There's no benefit from it. You may as well just be a sole trader, because as soon as you go like limited, it just opens a whole can of worms where the government's concerned and things like that. But I don't think there's.
That's not good.
I don't know what happened then. We all just sort of went wrong.
Yeah. No. Oh, did we?
Yeah, we've just come back on now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened then. I think as soon as Eddie kissed Christina, it all went wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't notice anything. It's fine. It seemed fine to me.
No, on my end, Everton froze.
It says it's offline here.
It's Slobs is saying that it's back online.
Yeah, it'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm showing offline as well, but the chat's still going.
Yeah, the chat's still going. I've just refreshed the window to see if it's it does. It still says it's offline.
Yeah, it's offline. I think we just ended it.
But on Slobs,
because I noticed your the windows changed around that second.
Yeah,
and then it went offline.
Is it
Yeah,
back?
now they're saying it's back.
Is it back now? Is it? Don't know what happened then.
Oh well.
No,
Yeah.
my end. It's still there's no YouTube signal.
I just want to know what happened to her. If that went away, I don't care. I want to know what happened because this happened in Australia. So this woman completely lied about having a brain tumor. She told everybody she had 4 months to live, and that she had tried chemotherapy and radiation, and that it didn't work. And then she went to alternative medicine and eating healthy, and sure enough, she doesn't have a brain tumor anymore.
Ah, now I've heard
she had a successful
So like
app.
a diet.
Yeah.
She'd probably be charged with fraud.
Yeah, and like that wasn't the only time she had lied. Like she lied about. She said that she had heart surgery. She never had heart surgery. She
What's her
had
name
said
again?
that she was 23 years old. She's like 26. Her name was Belle Gibson. Belle Gibson.
Belle Gibson.
I don't know what ended up because that was last year when it all came out.
Right. I just saw this for the first time. I'm like,
she's got a $410,000 fine.
That's, I mean, out of the millions that she earned,
Yeah,
she has a 410,000 fine.
Right.
And she's a compulsive liar.
Ordered
She's
back
like-
in court.
She's lied about so many things. Not only that, she said that she was donating. She pledged all this money to all these charities that she promised that she was, and including a family, and she never gave them a penny, not one penny. And she said that she was going to help this one family, and she's like, well, that was an accounting issue, and she doesn't not know how.
She has been summoned to.
Who was this?
Yeah, she's been summoned to appear in a federal court next month.
Belle Gibson is her name. Belle Gibson.
Yeah, I just saw a news from 3 hours ago that she's been summoned to appear in federal court next month. And when you get summoned to federal court, that's like big level.
Yeah.
Is that Supreme? That's the Supreme Court here.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's the same. It's the same thing. I'm pretty sure.
It'll be
We
like
have federal then Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, in UK, what have we got in the UK? We've got like county court, and then we've got
we have civil court.
Yeah, she's going to be grilled on the May the 14th.
So what's she gone to court? What did she actually do? Because I must have missed. I must have zoned out. What's she done?
Well, okay, I'll read the actual little article here. It's a short one from the. I don't know if Doug knows if it's like 3AW, if that's in unless that's just Melbourne based only.
Is she from Australia or the US?
Yeah. Okay. Cancer con artist Belle Gibson has been ordered back to court. The Melbourne woman. There you go. The Melbourne woman has been asked to explain why she's yet to pay a $410,000 penalty for duping Australians that she was a cancer survivor. She has been summoned to appear in the federal court next month for an examination of her financial situation. The fraudulent wellness guru will be grilled on May the 14th following her failure to pay the penalty imposed in a 2017 for breaching consumer law. Gibson falsely claimed she had brain cancer and that she healed herself with natural remedies. She then lied about making charity donations with profits from her app and book sales. So yeah, she's breaching consumer, I guess in terms of like worldwide, I don't know what we can do, but Australia's gained her for breaching consumer law.
And the thing is that she can't stop lying. That's the she's totally stone cold busted at this point. I mean, they have shown her, and she's just sitting there like blinking, going,
She must have a mental condition.
I absolutely thought I had brain cancer, and she she even made up the story that she made up, met this doctor that no one has ever heard of. They cannot find any documentation that this person even exists. And she said, he came to my house and he had this little box and he told me I had brain cancer. I'm like, you're seriously screwed up. But the whole thing that this even came up was Elizabeth Holmes. Do you know who that is, right? So this woman claimed that you could take a drop of blood, right? She was in Silicon Valley. She had created a machine that could take one single drop of blood and do full medical tests from this one drop of blood, that you wouldn't have to actually get stuck in the arm anymore, that you could just do it with a single drop, that she had created this little box that would do all these things. Right. The whole thing, she was like, she changed her voice and she dressed like Steve Jobs to get her point across. Oh my God. She fooled so many people so that even the Walgreens and Walmart companies were using her medical testing system and her machines never worked. Not once. Never.
Wow.
It was all a lie. She like put people in physical danger. And she just kept telling people to keep lying. And because she was so convincing that she had raised millions of dollars from huge companies on a lie. And then the whole time she's like, I had no idea. I just didn't know. I didn't know what was happening. And she's about to go to court too. So it's funny to me that it's like people get caught up in the catchphrases and the words because she's like, I'm an industry disruptor and that's why people don't trust women. She had this whole like monologue and she delivered it so well that people believed her. She would go to conference after conference after conference talking and saying all the catchphrases and words that people want to hear. And they bought into nothing. It was a fake box. A fake box. This whole thing. Even Walgreens had people coming in getting their fingers pricked, and it was a lie.
I don't know, because I did hear in the news. I don't know if it's linked to that, because in the news they were talking about how soon you'd be able to get find out of your potential to get cancer if you've got early stages of cancer just from like I did hear about the blood prick thing. I was just like, oh, that's going to help me in the future, isn't it? But like. I don't know if that's actually tied in with that or not.
You probably can't. There probably is. There probably is a machine, or there will have been a development of something somewhere that can.
And
test
they're mentioning like the blood. It's like a revolutionary blood test that's going to cost like hundreds of thousands of dollars per test, but like it's in very basic, like the starting trials. So I don't know if that's linked with that.
Her thing was this box was about this big. That one single drop could do numerous tests because the technology would be able to read the blood cells better than, and that her technician, right? It was all there. It is impossible. The people at MIT said our technology has not caught up to the point where they could actually like it could read blood cells in that type of testing. It isn't there yet. We're not even close. And her machine, even in theory, could not work. And they told her that at MIT, not once, not twice, but 3 times. She left MIT to pitch the idea to investors.
How long ago was this?
Well, the shit hit the fan a year ago, and she's about to go to federal court. And all she keeps saying is, "I don't recall. I don't remember that. I wasn't privy to that information."
Kevin just said there's
something like that this year. I heard something about something like that. I think it was like this year or just near the tail end of last year.
Kevin just said there's a documentary on YouTube. He thinks.
There's one on Netflix as well, and I think there's one on Hulu. But because this woman, like, she had very big investors. You guys want to know who he is, but Henry Kissinger was one of them, and people believed it. People believed him. Believed her. They were like, she's a revolutionary. She is the next Steve Jobs. She knows how to read people better than understand. She's going to change the world. She
knows how to con people.
That won't be far off. A machine like that won't be far off. But the reason you got to take that much blood is that you've got to send certain samples off to certain departments to get certain blood tests done, isn't it? You can only test for certain amount of things with a certain.
We only have 2 major companies for when it comes to blood, and they're highly expensive. And it's like it's a racket. It's kind of like over here in the United States, you can only choose one water company, so you have to pay their fucking prices, or you're not going to get water.
Yeah,
it's the kind of same thing. You have 2 choices of blood companies. You either have Quest or you have this other company, and you're screwed. You have to get the test. Some of these blood tests
monopoly on life.
Right. So this woman was saying, this is costs way too much. We can make it cheaper, and people are like, "Yay! Someone's going to help us, help the little guy." So the people wanted to believe that there was going to be a better opportunity out there. So I think it's a shame. The idea was good, but she didn't know what she was doing.
I've got a question for Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While Nick's not streaming on a Saturday, wouldn't you do channel grading?
Myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that before.
I'm sure. I mean, I know you do
know.
the live and you do the trivia and things like that. But wouldn't you actually think of? Because and Nick wouldn't have a problem with it. Nick wouldn't be, it's not something that you're going to go, right, well, I'm going to do one a couple of weeks and then, I'm going to take over and do it from now on. But wouldn't you, while he's away, because I'm sure I'll probably, Nick, if you said to him, right, I'm gonna do channel grading while you're away, he'd probably promote that. He'd probably because
we could almost do like I'm butting in the whole, we could do like the Nimmin Live Australian edition.
Yeah.
Have Beanie and Doug reviewing channels instead of Nick and Dean. It'd be like the Nimmin Australian edition.
Because you could do it. I mean, you're only reading. Technically, Nick's only looking at the stuff in chat and things like that, and you could technically just be like, right, okay, well, while Nick's, he's busy and he's doing things, and you could actually do your own version of that show. I mean, we could do it on Chaos, but that would just be wrong. How do I fix? How do I fix
this? On Chaos, it's just a lot of feelings will be hurt.
Yeah, how do I fix this? You don't. The best thing you can do is to open your computer up and just fill it with water. It's just like unsubscribe now and delete your channel because you've got no chance. But you could do that on a Saturday.
Yeah. I think one week I was, it might have been that week where I was testing and everybody jumped in.
Yeah,
and I think I did look at a couple of channels on one of those streams. But yeah, I should. I just wasn't as organised this time around, and yeah.
You did stream last weekend though, didn't you?
I did do because I wanted to get back in the flow. I didn't know whether Nick was actually going to stream or not. I thought he's back, but he's going to be back a day, so he probably won't. But I'm going to start getting back into the habit of streaming because I took a few weeks off myself, so.
When I couldn't stream my trivia show, I'd let Neil do it. Neil did my trivia show for me.
Nice.
It was really nice. He did a good job.
I won't be doing Nick's live stream for him. Guarantee you that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's a difference from me doing any type of audio stuff.
You were behaved.
Yeah, I was behaved, but I couldn't do channel grading. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that from like I'd be an arse. I haven't got the. I don't think I haven't got the authority to do it. I haven't been on YouTube long enough. Yeah, I've got a good looking channel and it looks nice and it looks very pretty and everything's in the right place and but that's because I've gone on super chats and I've had reviews and I've tried to change everything that but I'm no YouTube expert. I wouldn't say I was like.
Well. You wouldn't come from it as a YouTube expert. You just be like, okay, look, I'm not a YouTube expert, but I have been watching Nick Nimmin for like a year. I've been watching his content. I know at least the basics, and sometimes people don't even have the basics down.
But isn't that like saying, like I don't know how to I don't really know anything about dermatology, but I've been watching Pimple Popper for a few years, and I think I got this.
I mean,
it's a bit different.
I am YouTube certified.
I am too. Matter of fact.
You know what?
There's a difference between diagnosing people and going, this channel doesn't, and because like a channel might not look good to one person, but it might look good. And like when Nick told Neil to change his thumbs, and then when he did, he's like, "Oh no, it looked better."
I told him not to do it.
That whole debacle.
He almost quit, Nick. He almost quit him. He's like, I can't quit you. I still have to come back, but I wanted to quit you so bad.
That was an absolute. The worst thing was when he said, "Oh, maybe change this, do this thumbnail," and I remember speaking to you, Beanie. I even remember talking to Mike, and I was like, "I'm going to change all my thumbnails."
I told him not to do it.
I'm going to change.
Just do one.
Yeah, I'm going to change all of them. So I went through
all weekend.
All the thumbnails, every single thumbnail on the channel, changed every single thumbnail. And then I sent Nick a screenshot of the old thumbnail versus the new thumbnail. And he went, "Yeah, see, it does look better." And I was like, "What looks better?" And he was like, "The top one you've sent me." I was like, that was the fucking old one. And he was like, "Oh no, the old one looks better than the new one." You told me to change it. I've spent all weekend changing every damn thumbnail, and you're telling me the original one looks better? And he was like,
I think he's actually goddamn breakdown over that.
Yeah, and now Nick's been using that as an example of going, okay, this is just a suggestion.
and I distinctly remember the message back on Discord. It was like, oops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking oops. It drove me mental for 40
he was like, I'm quitting him. I'm quitting him.
I was up till like 8 o'clock on the Saturday morning, and then went to bed, and then got back up. Oh, it was real. It was like Sunday. Yeah. It was like Sunday morning, wasn't it? Like early hours Sunday morning. Went to bed like I've got.
You were like a crackhead with those damn thumbnails.
I remember what you're like. You like, we're just like, just do one or two. He's like, no, I've got. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I've got to do the whole thing. I've got to do the whole lot.
Just do one. I got to do the whole lot.
Because I needed the whole page to look pretty. I needed to all. I couldn't have like. I mean, Brian G. Johnson has gone for this new green theme.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that. I couldn't go from doing yellow to then doing red. Green. Red. I'd have to go back and change all the yellow and red ones to green, and then start afresh. It would drive me insane. I couldn't even open the channel.
I just want to say this really quick. Michael Daniels wanted Doug Houston to know that he wanted to give you a shout out for suggesting StreamYard. He loves it and it's easy.
Yeah, it is.
I have seen a lot of people go on about this StreamYard. What is it? Because I don't even know, because I've not really bothered to look into it because I'm not going to use it anyway. But what is it?
It's a streaming platform. Basically, everything is off your computer. So basically, all you're sending is your audio and your video and everything's done on the StreamYard server. So it's a bit like BeLive, which primarily just TV. Covers Facebook, where you can bring in guests.
Right.
So you can have, not sure what the limit is on StreamYard yet, but they're gonna increase that. But you can bring in multiple guests, split screen, the whole thing, upload your graphics and everything. So everything is switched and managed on their server rather than on your computer. So you're not doing any encoding on your machine.
So is it like
I wanted them to have this last year when I was like, I was using BeLive for Facebook. I'm like, God, I wish they'd have this for freaking YouTube, because I could not figure at that time. I couldn't figure out OBS, and then I had to. But I was like, God, if they had this for YouTube, this would be amazing. Why can't BeLive use this for YouTube? I asked 1,000 times, they never would answer me.
So is it like using slobs?
So slow.
Is it like using slobs or OBS?
No, it's easier because you put everything in this little
super basic. Yeah,
it's easy. It's just an easy way to stream and make it look nice, and you can put people's comments up. Like you could pick up anybody's comment in the stream and just click it, and it goes right into the screen.
So can you still do all the things that you do on slobs, like with the Stream Deck and all that? Can you still like translate? Like, no. Okay, that's why I haven't looked into it, because I haven't.
But if you're one of the people that, like, for instance, it would be great for someone like, let's even say Professor Nez. He could pull up comments and stick them up there on the screen very simply. It would be an easy way because you can add a few little animations, a few little, you can put all your comments up there one at a time as they come in. It's an easy click and play.
The comment thing, I mean, because Nez uses what do you use, Doug?
Nez is using Ecamm the same as me.
Yeah, because that is one of the best things that I've seen. I wish slobs. I mean, it won't be long until slobs have got that within.
I don't know why Streamlabs aren't allowing you to select per comment, because they're connecting to YouTube via the API the same as Ecamm is. So it's just because they haven't added the feature. It was like being able to highlight a single comment rather than just have your chat window, because everybody can see the chat already. It's like having the chat window in your stream. I know it's trendy for the gamers, but everybody can see the chat anyway. So being able to highlight individual comments and address the comments is
people love seeing their name. Yeah, I think so. People like, that's why I put the chat in there, but people like when you pick out a certain comment and then you highlight it and put on the screen. They like seeing their name there. They like that you said something that was funny or caught their interest. I think that's a
tech being easy. Just I'm blind because I've just had my glasses off. You said I'm blind without my glasses on. Mate, I can't see shit without my glasses on.
Look at Emil's eyes without him. His eyes are like half the size.
I take these off and I can't even read the chat.
And your eyes are this big, and then you put your glasses on, and they're this big.
It's when I do that.
Look there. Hello, Jimmy.
I know. I thought the because it's the duck, isn't it? Is it got like a picture of it?
Yeah, their logo's like a duck.
Like a duck, yeah. I thought it was like a new version of like Slobs. It was like the next thing from Slobs, but I can't see it long before Slobs have got the ability to bring comments on screen, which is nice. Yeah, they should.
They should have been first.
Yeah,
they should have been first. They're like I said, like I loved using Be Live because I knew nothing about streaming, but my streams look so much better on Be Live on Facebook because it was like stupid proof. I could just click and play. They're like, would you like to add a frame? Yes, I'd love to add a frame. So I make the little frame and I put in there. I'm like, ooh, look at that. Would you like to add a logo? Oh yes, I'd love to add a logo. And I just upload it and there it was. And then every time they were like, would you like to highlight a comment as you're doing this? Oh yeah, I'll do that comment. And people have their name in the picture and everything. It was great.
So when you're using Ecamm, obviously Ecamm, I mean, I've not got, because I'm not logged into Slobs with Creator Chaos, it's still logged in with Crypto Cruising, so none of the chat comes up in the actual, in the window of Slobs on the side. The chat won't work. I have to look at it on the other screen on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So in Ecamm, can you just sort of click on any of the comments and bring it up onto the screen? Is that how it works?
Yeah. I have a bunch of windows for Ecamm. One of them is like a chat window, so similar to the YouTube chat window when you pop it out.
Yeah.
And then underneath each one, there's a little button or little text that says "Add to Broadcast." And if I click on that, it just instantly comes up on the screen with their logo, their name, and it's all formatted, ready to go. And then if I click on another one, it just replaces it. So it's like instant, like a second.
It is one of the best things ever.
Yeah.
And it really, because I've seen you do it, and I've seen Professor Nez done it, and because Christian uses it now, doesn't he? He uses Ecamm, and I've seen him doing it as well. It's like that would be so. It just looks like it just looks good. But I say
Michael Daniel says he has done a couple of videos on StreamYard if you want to see.
Yeah, I have noticed Michael's done a few of them, but it's just because you can't use it with. I'm one of these people that Slobs works fine, and I've got everything set up on Slobs, and you know how much of a pain in the arse to set Slobs up, and especially to set Slobs up with the Elgato, with the Stream Deck. It's like you're doing the job twice because you just got to set it all up on that, and you set it all up on this, so you've got all your buttons there. And then to now introduce something else to change it, no, I'm not doing it. It's just plus you can't use the Stream Deck through it anyway, can you?
Say buttons.
Buttons.
No.
Buttons.
No, because it's all web. It's all clicking on the screen. It's very, very minimal controls. Very, very simple. So you just basically click on a button, and it changes instantly to the configuration.
Right.
Basically. I mean, so the scenes are preset, so you just got to click on like 2 or 3 buttons, and that's it.
So the Slobs will catch up where the comments are concerned. I mean, Slobs hasn't even been out 12 months yet, has he? It's not. It's only.
It's got to be close.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Really? No, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
I'm not sure because I'm on a Mac, so I don't.
I don't think it is. Because I remember Nick. I remember Nick doing his videos on Slobs, and then it was the controller through your phone.
Yeah, but it was out before he did that. That had been out.
Yeah, but I mean, when we all started going from OBS to Slobs, I mean, I only went from OBS to Slobs because I seen it was mainly the controller, because you could control things off your phone. The same as having a Stream Deck. It was like having a mobile version of the Stream Deck. You go live, you could bring in different scenes, and you had different windows. Basically, how that's the reason I went to Slobs, and Nick and D got behind it, and they were doing. It was mainly Nick. Nick was doing loads of videos on Slobs, and it was like, right, I'm going to change over to this. And then I think at the time I went from OBS to Slobs. I think because they changed over in the studio, didn't he, from OBS to Slobs.
Well, I know that God, I can't think of his name. The one that just had a baby.
Modern Day Tech.
No, the one that just had a baby. The one that he's Dusty Porter. Dusty Porter had been using slobs way before Nick even came out with that video. He had been using it for a while.
Dusty's just vanished.
I know, but he had a baby.
Well, he didn't have a baby. His wife had a baby.
They had a baby.
But he's looking after his baby.
Yeah, he
The only time I catch up with Dusty is when he's doing his podcasts. Like I'm subscribed to his podcast.
Mike's just had a baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
doesn't he work from home? Doesn't Mike work from home?
Yeah, I know, because I spoke to Dusty 2 weeks ago. I think his main problem at the minute is wedding season.
Oh yeah.
Because he does a lot of
wedding videos.
He does a lot of wedding videos. I think that's a good earner for him. So I think he's concentrating a lot on that, because he was before the baby was born. He was live every single day. It was like, oh, Dusty's live again, Dusty's live again, and he was either gaming or he was doing channel reviews, and then. Yeah, and then the baby comes and he's gone. No more Dusty. And I like Dusty.
I like him too.
I do like Dusty. I think he's a genuinely nice guy. He's just not that any of you are not genuine nice guys, but he just comes over as a kind fella.
He's very wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he is very but not a lot of people have been live streaming lately. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it.
Yeah. That's
the only thing I've been doing. That's the only thing I've been doing, because I don't have time to do anything else.
There just seems to have been a distinct lack of live streams lately. Like within our group of people, like no one seems to, apart from Mike, who live streams every night.
I just haven't been in the mood for it.
Yeah, because you haven't even been on Twitch. You haven't done any. There's going to be fog in the UK apparently.
Isn't it always fog in the UK?
There's always fog in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I like live streams. I prefer watching live streams to actually watching. I mean, some videos are good, but I like.
I like live streams.
Yeah, I like the chat. I like the involvement in the chat of a live stream. I like getting in the chat and like having a laugh. And I mean, even Daryl's.
I was just gonna say Daryl's chat today.
It was hilarious.
Hysterical. I loved it. I was like, I just sat back and was reading the comments. I didn't participate. I just sat back and read them. Yeah. That was hysterical.
There was one guy. There was one guy made me laugh.
Very careful not to say anything.
I said nothing. I just. You know, it's like that meme with Michael Jackson sitting there, like eating
the popcorn meme.
Well, I kind of knew that Daryl was doing his best not to mention anything about like he's like, well, I want people to watch the thing, so I'm gonna have to eventually say what it's about. And he's like, he's very careful to say, I'm you can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not trying to preach. And he's like, but it's about the life of Jesus Christ. And then suddenly the chat just went a whole different area.
It did seem to go from one extreme to the other. Yeah. It was like we all knew where he was going with it, but it was like he held back that long, and it was like, come on, just crack. And then it was like, boom, that was it. He's gone. He's gone. He's away. Yeah. And then Beanie's in there leaving his little comments and.
Well, that was a fun one to watch. That was a fun one to watch.
The best one was I obviously went and watched the video, and I left a little comment on it. Oh man, I started getting him like barrages of text messages from my friends. When did you become religious? What do you mean? Said, you're not religious. I was like, where are you getting this from? And it was like, so you into the Lord now? It's like, and I don't know what. I don't know whether it was because I don't know. It's just
you commented on it, and then once it was in Facebook land, it said,
"That's the
video."
You know, I start getting messages like this, like preaching messages. I've made
that's the
one.
problem with Facebook. You can't even like something on Facebook without everyone else being like, "Oh, is that what you're liking now?"
It was literally within. It was while the stream was going. It was still going. I started getting abuse. It was like, You know what? I've got nothing against anybody who's religious whatsoever. I don't know.
That is kind of ugly. Like, I mean, really, it wasn't like you started snorting coke. You know, you liked a religious video. You know,
the worst thing was the person that texted me. He used to be my biggest coke snorting partner.
You think he'd be happy for you?
Oh, it was just. I just found it funny that the one arsehole in my phone, who's like one of my best mates. And he should be in work. He works for the government. He works for the tax. So it's like, hang on, what are you doing in work if you're constantly trolling me on Facebook? Well, it just it amazed me how you can't do anything on Facebook without your comments. Like, Neil's just liked this post. Christina's just commented on this post. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. I don't care what they're doing. I care about what I'm doing, and if my friends care about what I'm doing, and I don't want their friends to care about what they're doing.
Facebook's gone crazy lately, and it's literally gone ridiculous with just the advertising on Facebook has just become just stupid. It's like, I'm not here to see. I mean, I scroll down my wall, and for every third finger stroll, there'll be free adverts, and it's like.
Instagram is like that. Every other post, it's a picture, then an advertisement, a picture, then an advertisement, a picture, then an advertisement. That's all I ever see.
On YouTube now, it's 2 ads and 5 seconds of footage. 2 ads, 5 seconds of footage.
I have that free, not the free, but I have that the $9.99 version of YouTube, so I don't get the ads.
I'm a peasant. So
do you pay for that?
I don't watch regular television, so that's how I justify it. That's how I justify the expense.
What are you about to say, Neil?
Do you actually pay for the what is it, YouTube
premium?
Premium.
Yeah. Yep. Because I can't stand commercials.
I don't. Did you not get any? So
no.
So when you open a video now, say you open one of, I don't know, say Deddles or Nick's or anyone who's, you know, got high subscribers, do you not have any video in front of the?
Nope.
Nothing.
No
mid-roll videos.
Nope.
Well, premium would just be exactly the same as using ad block, but I've just decided to stop using ad block because, you know, it's a bit contradictory to use ad block, but not, you know, making content and being ads and all that. So
no, I don't have ad block. I mean, like, they get paid. The creators get paid because I pay.
Yeah.
I pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I felt that was fair.
You know, I've just opened Instagram just to check, and every third picture is an advert. Every.
I don't even have that. Mine's every other picture. Like, to me, that's why I quit using it. I'm like, I can't even stand it.
Let's see.
Yeah, every
person I follow. Oh no, there's an ad. Person I follow.
Oh, yeah, if you look at mine, you've got
person I follow.
Advert.
4, 5.
Jeff Easley.
Okay, the 6th one is an ad.
Yours is not bad. Mine's terrible.
2
advert.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I get 1 ad every 6 times.
That's not bad.
The first 2 was 1 every 3. then it was the 4th, and then I didn't go past that.
It could be just because, you know, the UK and America are bigger audiences, so the ad companies care more about America.
Possibly, because I keep getting. I mean, there's a guy. I don't know if you follow him, Bobby Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think it turns out that he just like steals every other. Well, he doesn't. I don't think he necessarily steals everyone else's artworks, but he like none of those artworks I don't think are his.
No, I mean he does a hell of a lot of t-shirts.
That exactly. That's what I mean.
It's basically one that to make the t-shirts.
Yeah. Does any of the artworks actually have credit to the other artists?
I've not looked, mate. I've just looked at. I mean, look at that. Uncle Dan had been made up with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See that's what his deal is. The page is thinly he's making it to look like it's, you know, share your love of, you know, dinosaurs, but realistically it's just like, I'm just gonna take this artwork, and now people think that this is a profile, but I'm actually just wanting to sell my merch. And the merch probably isn't his either. It's probably stolen off some other people.
I've got to give it to him. I do like the way he does his merch. And only the way he's got it set up. Because if you look at his page, he's got all the pictures and then all the merch is down one side.
Yeah.
Which is quite clever. So when you're scrolling down, you know where all the merch is.
Yeah, it's a bit.
He's got your mummy T-shirt as a merch.
Wait, what? Show us.
No, I'm lying. I just want to see your reaction.
I wouldn't have, because I wasn't like, half of me thought you were kidding, but the other half. See, half of me thought you were kidding, but the other half of me is like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, after you've said that, if you mean, I mean, I don't know how he's getting away with that.
Yeah, well,
because that's a blatant rip of it.
Oh yeah, it's because I think check it and see if it's got like a modern day tech.
You best be on a fucking boat.
Are you on the boat?
He actually never told us before, Eric, where you are and what you're up to.
Near Michael's.
You're near Michael's.
Yep, South Carolina.
Which Michael's?
Michael Daniels.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to meet up with Michael Daniels?
No, I don't have time. I'm here with the family.
Oh.
What are you?
Amy.
What are you up to? Is it a family vacation?
Yep.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Good evening, Mrs. Modern Day Tech.
Mrs. Modern Day Tech.
Mrs. Modern Day Tech.
Yep.
Let's get into 10K.
Almost there.
Yeah.
What are you on now?
95 something. So
Oh, we need a tag in our Discord that says the road to 10K for Modern Day Tech. We need to do that. We need a Modern Day Tech sub count.
So you're 9,000, 9,500.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah.
When do you reckon you'll get there?
10K giveaway.
Yeah.
I reckon that'll be like a week or so.
I know. I like giveaways. I love giveaways.
I think you should do a 10K giveaway, and I know what you should give away. You should give away one of them cameras in the car.
Which one?
Oh, that really good one. That just looks really good.
You mean the one in the garage?
No, the one that's it was the dash cam with the plastic pole, and then the cam clipped onto it.
I returned it.
Oh, why?
I did a whole video on it.
I know.
Yeah, gained like 15,000 views because I returned it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have returned it. Give away a tile. A tile's only cheap. Or one of them small.
Agree.
One of them little cameras with the one that tilts. The one he's done the video
I think
for.
you should give away one of the new cameras that you are like obsessed with that are all over my house. It makes me feel like I live with a freaking FBI.
I can do a wise cam.
Yeah,
my house is bugged.
I'd do a 10K giveaway.
I could exactly. You have to do it. You're a poser if you don't do a 10K giveaway.
Oh, there you go. You've been told.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you got
True.
You can't ask them to subscribe or do anything.
No, but you can
I
still
don't
you can
know
still
any
do
of
it. You can still do a 10K giveaway. You don't, you know.
So how would I have them enter if I can't say leave a comment?
Well, you can say leave a comment, but you just can't. You can't
That's
say you've got.
That's false engagement.
No, what you can say is
No, you can say leave. You know, you can say to enter the competition. You can know. I mean, you could do a live stream. You could do a 10K giveaway live stream.
And all you have to say is that you do not have to be a subscriber to win.
No.
Like you can't force them to subscribe. You can't force them to like it. But you can say if you'd like to win this, leave a comment. You don't tell them what to comment. Just say leave a comment, and your name will be put in the hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be picking a random person out the comment section who will win this. And you're not telling them to comment. There's no stipulation for them to or not comment. Or
I like that. I just have to watch that the way I word it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then you need to do a live stream now. You don't live stream, Eric, do you?
I don't live stream.
You need to live stream.
Is this what a live stream is?
Yes.
This is on
But normally a live stream.
Neil's channel.
Well,
Create a Chaos.
It's
Whenever you say that, it makes me think of Patty going, "Creator chaos, creator chaos, creator chaos."
with that thing.
Yeah.
No, I definitely think you need to do a live stream near a 10K.
Yeah. But you got to build up to it.
Yeah.
Like you have to do like a countdown, dude. Like, you got to build some anticipation.
Or you could ask, get in touch with Simply Beth and see what she'd do.
You said that out loud on the air.
I know, because apparently she's the oracle for all things YouTube, and she knows more than anybody.
We haven't heard from her in a long time. Let her go. Let it go. Let it go.
She's a good supporter of the community.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, have you met Eric, the nicest man in the United States?
Don't get on my bad side.
Eric doesn't have a bad side.
Aww.
Eric doesn't have a bad. But I'll tell you what, mate, I'm gonna pull your bad side out at Vid Summit. I'm gonna get you angry. That's gonna be one of my missions. Now the statement's been made that Eric's one of the
mad.
He's the nicest guy.
He is the nicest guy in the United States.
What annoys him though? There's got to be something that really annoys him.
Yeah.
What?
His daughter.
I can see he's doing the lip binding. I'm going to behave. I'm going to be nice. I can't let anyone know that I'm actually secretly
a serial killer.
No.
You guys come back from Bid Summit?
Wait. They think you're a serial killer?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's so. You guys, I don't know if I know him. We've been together for 15 years.
Oh, 15 years. That's a fair effort.
You'd have got
John Wayne Gacy's family thought too. And,
you'd have got less than the UK for murder.
I kept him around long enough for me to get half of his pension. At this point, you guys can
well, there you go.
See,
so you're the serial killer.
He's a YouTuber. You're not going to get much.
Soon as
I hope that he gets much. I hope one day he like comes out like with Little Bow Wow or something and blows up the internet. I don't know.
Is Little Bow Wow a thing anymore? Is that a thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So. But if you think about these ridiculously stupid YouTube videos that my daughter salivates over about this little ridiculously stupid child opening a box of like a Elmo or like that kid's making bank. Like what parent?
He's like one of the top YouTubers.
Yeah, but he's opening up toys like ridiculous. He's ripping that shit apart.
Cute sells.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
until it gets too old and then it's annoying.
Why else aren't we getting views?
What's it like being married to a YouTuber? Because it's nothing any of us know what it's like.
Wait, are none of you married?
Well, you technically are. You're common law wife. If you're in the UK, you'd have the same rights as a married woman.
Okay, are any of you married with spouses or significant others?
Yeah.
Significant other married?
I'm married.
Okay, so what is it like to be married to a YouTuber?
Yeah, but none of us are married to YouTubers.
I am a YouTuber.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. You are a YouTuber. You're married, but your husband or wife is not
her husband started a channel with Owen.
Oh, I'm not doing that. What does it mean?
He quit though.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
So.
Well, that YouTube forced him to quit.
Yeah, he quit. Forced him. Can't live stream.
The question is, what is it like being married to a YouTuber?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you've been with me through daily vlogging on my weight loss channel, so. What I do now is probably nothing compared to what I used to do. That's not true.
So here's what it means. It's totally easy, Eric. You make it so difficult. It means that my husband is tired from 8 a.m. until about 9:30 p.m. And then he gets this jolt of energy. And then he stays up until 3 a.m. And then, of course, the perpetual tired bags under his eyes because he gets 4 hours of sleep every night until the weekends. And then I don't see him for like 2 days because he's sleeping and catching up. But I didn't realize for a really long time that he's like hanging out with you guys.
On Tuesdays.
I had no clue.
You can't blame us.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like
these guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, but I'm like the mean wife. I'm like, what are you doing? You're not spending time with him. You better be making money. He's hanging out with his friends.
Some guys drink, some guys watch sports, some guys play with tools, some guys work on cars. He's a YouTuber.
You really have to bring up porn.
Oh, we talk about porn all the time.
Okay, well, I mean,
I have addiction to porn.
Do
so
we?
I openly admit it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Beanie's like the classroom porn kid.
Yes.
The classroom porn kid? What do you mean?
Yeah, you are. I mean, the amount of times you've gone to you've gone. Right, I'll just share my screen, but just give us a couple of minutes to make sure there's nothing on there. Any human being that is alive that comes out with the comment, I need to check my desktop before I share it with anyone. They've got quite an addiction to porn. There's there's something on your desktop you don't want anyone to see, and I am classing it as.
Show my desktop.
Really? Really?
On
You're
screen,
afraid?
On screen, yeah.
The Hun? The Hun, not more?
Oh, that's old school.
Pornhub. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eric's
Neil,
old school.
Neil, do you remember the Hun?
The Hun? No, what's the Hun?
Oh, you never heard of the
That
Hun?
was like
Jeez,
15 years ago.
That was like back in the 90s, I think.
What's the Hun?
That used to be my jam.
It was the
Porn-
yellow
Pornhub
pages of
came out.
porn.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know this one.
That
Yeah,
website was
This is
horrible
how-
to navigate.
yeah.
Beanie knows.
So when Eric and I were dating,
It's like the dark
and I
web
went to
of porn.
I found the dark loom of porn. That's how I knew, one, he's not gay, and two, that he at least had an idea of what was going to happen. like,
Yeah, but
he wasn't like-
that comes from the computer that he's got.
And he knew of at least one more position than missionary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot of moves.
It's research. It's really research. It's for your
You know what?
benefit.
I fully support it if he leaves me the fuck alone. You know, a certain amount of time, like 50% of the time. I'm just kidding. All right, next.
The next question is, why didn't you both get on a boat?
We're going tomorrow.
Are you actually going on a boat? Are
He
you?
was talking about earlier. He saw all the boats earlier at the.
So I grew up coming here to this place for vacation with my family, and there's an old dude. He's old now, but he puts on a show at night, every night, and our daughter is going to get up and perform tonight. She was planning on it.
The build up to that story just seems to be getting wrong by every it just seems to be getting wrong by every turn. I was waiting for it to go somewhere
they were
else
for something good.
Yeah.
There's a, from the boats.
No, it was just
from
that
my build up.
Yeah, it was just that we used to come here when we were kids, and there was this old guy, and he used to put a show on of a night time, and it was like, oh, where's this going? I think Beanie was thinking exactly the same thing.
Yeah. I was thinking helicopter dick.
That.
I don't know, but I've been with like my nephews who are 15 and 12, so I'm sort of out of the. Like,
what the helicopter?
I don't know. I'm out of that talk. I'm overextended on that. All the ball jokes.
So
that's what she said.
How long are you away for?
They laugh like 12-year-old boys are on here all the time. I think one day they were talking about black holes and they were crying laughing because Christian, who is a astronomer, was talking about the black hole, and these boys were all like cracking up laughing, and I still have no idea why that was so hysterically funny. Neil Crypto Cruising, are you drinking milk out of a wine glass?
No, I am drinking milk out of a gin glass.
Okay, sorry.
Is there an issue with that in Louisiana?
I just didn't know that English were so incredibly proper that they had to use such fancy glasses to drink.
To be honest with you, it was the first glass that I grabbed out of the cupboard.
I don't even think I own a glass like that.
No custom cabinetry?
No, it was not. It was nowhere near the custom cabinetry. It was the first glass that was in the cupboard, and I wanted a big glass of milk, so that was a big glass of milk.
Mm.
It was. I'm impressed.
I like that.
Is the cat behind you?
No, it's not the cat. The cats smell nice.
So is that a green screen?
Yes, it is. His is a green screen. It's my background, and he's green screened my background.
I've got a person banging around the house at the moment.
Oh.
Whereas I've got really good internet, so I'm out in nature at the moment.
Yeah.
Where are all of you guys sitting? Like where do you know where they are all from?
She's in Louisiana.
Where in Louisiana?
Near New Orleans.
I'm in my chair.
In Australia.
Well, you've actually got two sides of Australia.
Aren't you tired?
Yeah.
It's mid.
What we mean anti-tired is
it's afternoon for them.
It's 2 p.m.
Middle of the day here.
Oh, Doug's there too. Hey, Doug.
I can show you the outside. Look at all that sun.
Wow.
It's cold there now, though.
It's going to be.
I'll show you. Look.
It's going to be
Melbourne.
cold.
What's cold?
Well, no, it's 86 right now in Melbourne.
That's
it's actually
cold, that's warm.
Wait.
If you want cold, check Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's like always warm with Douglas, though.
It's that time here for me.
Liverpool is in England.
I know.
I'm not looking it up. I actually have Melbourne on here.
Not to be confused with Melbourne, Florida.
Yes, that is a real place. I've been there.
Is there a Melbourne in Florida?
Yeah.
I should go to Florida just so I can check out the other Melbourne and go, yep, I'm from Melbourne. Which part of Melbourne? We're saying things like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's
You would be very unimpressed with Melbourne, Florida. You'd be very, very disappointed.
Isn't there's a Liverpool in the States as well, isn't there?
Yes. Equally disappointing.
There's a Liverpool in Sydney as well.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Well, I never knew that.
You know.
I used to live about half an hour from there.
I'm probably guaranteed there's probably nicer people in the Liverpool in States, and there's probably nicer people in the Liverpool in Australia than there is in Liverpool, England.
Probably.
Yeah.
But you guys are characters. You're very interesting.
Oh well, yeah, we're very what would the word be? Dramatic.
Animated.
Scouses.
Everybody. I mean, how would I describe it?
Passionate. You're a passionate group of people.
I don't even think it's passionate. I think it's just everybody. Our pastime is arguing with any
angry.
Yeah, with anybody for any reason whatsoever. Everybody is looking for whereas most walks of life, people avoid confrontation. In Liverpool, you go out to look for confrontation.
What you looking at? But
then you go for a drink.
And that's normally why you're drinking, and then it escalates into much worse. It's just alcohol in Liverpool is just it's a nightmare. But it's home, and I love it.
That's kind of like Danny Nolan.
I've been there. Yes, I have. I love.
Y'all, it's 11 o'clock here. I have to get up in the morning and take my daughter just to leap testing.
Well,
which is. I gotta head out.
It's now 5 a.m. for me.
Doug, do you have the week off?
Yes, I do. And next week as well.
Oh, nice. I'll say more live streams from you then, I guess.
Yeah, Doug can do all live streams.
I'm trying to get some other work done, but I'm not accomplishing much.
Okay.
But before everybody goes, everyone can say goodbye so I can end the stream.
Goodbye and happy Easter, everybody. Happy Resurrection Day.
Goodbye.
Oh, it's Easter this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. Happy Easter.
Enjoy your 9 inch nails.
There's some lucky girl that got her eggs fertilized somewhere.